Can we hear anything? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, welcome in. Let's go.
There's a rider rolling into town, camera in his hand. Brandon Ray's just testing what this country's meant to stand. Standing on a public sidewalk, filming what he sees, asking one simple question: do you respect these liberties? Some folks get uneasy, let their tempers fly, reaching for the phone before they even ask him why. If you're out where the public gathers, don't let panic lead the way. Take a breath, know your rights, and carry on your day. He's riding for the rights, under red, white, and blue. The First Amendment wasn't made for only just a few. Speak your mind, hold your ground, let freedom have its say. That's the promise of the Constitution every single day. You don't have to like the message, you don't have to agree, but liberty means protecting voices, keeping people free. Brandon Ray keeps asking questions, standing where he may, riding for the rights across the USA. He'll speak on the hot button issues, tell you what he believes, knowing someone else can disagree and still be free to speak. That's the beauty of America. Voices side by side, different roads and different views, but freedom is the guide. No need for anger shouting, no need to make a scene. Respect goes both directions, that's what liberty can mean. The Constitution guards the right for people to express, even when opinions spark debate or cause some unrest. He's riding for the rights.
Over on the Rumble side, if you guys want to support the channel, there's the donos and there you go, cash out.
For only just a few. Speak your mind, hold your ground, let freedom have its say. That's the promise of the Constitution every single day. You don't have to like the message, you don't have to agree, but liberty means protecting voices, keeping people free. Brandon Ray keeps asking questions, standing where he may, riding for the rights across the USA. Chrome shines in the sunlight, engines singing loud. Freedom isn't measured by the size of any crowd. From mountains to the shoreline, every highway tells the tale of a nation built on liberty that still can prevail. So before you judge another, hear the words they have to say. Rights belong to everyone, that's the American way. He's riding for the rights, from the cities to the plains, through the desert, heat and thunder, through the sunshine and the rain, with a camera and conviction and the freedom to believe, standing on the Constitution's promises we all receive. Whether biker, friend or neighbor, every voice should have its day. That's the road that Brandon Ray keeps riding all the way. Freedom rolls forever, let that anthem proudly play. across this land of liberty, the good old USA.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's good to see you guys coming in here. Yes, you see it. Freedom. That's what I believe in. Don't forget, if you want to support the channels, guys, there it is right there going across the bottom of the screen. All donos will be read out loud. Super chats, all that good stuff through the Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Right there it is. It's also in the chat as well. If you look in the chat, there's the links to it if you want to support the channel. Okay, for all you people over on the Rumble side, there you go as well. There it is. So it popped up on the screen if you do come in, because it won't be over there in the chat over there. So but you can read it there going across the screen if you do want to support the channel over on the Rumble side, guys. Welcome in on the Rumble side. Make sure you follow the channel over there. Trying to build up on all these platforms like we always do. It's just to build network, do all that good stuff. It is Wednesday. It is Happy Hump Day Wednesday, guys. We're going to dive into a few different topics today. We may jump into some news, some breaking news, maybe a little politics, maybe not. We got some politics going on. We got some big time voting going on in Michigan, and it's still, there's neither one of them has conceded. I believe they keep saying that the guy, he gave a speech last night like he won already. And something about the lady, I don't know, maybe later on today, the votes will be counted, all that good stuff. But Michigan, what are you doing? You're choosing a commie, man. You voted this guy right on in. And if he wins it, he's going to go against Mike Johnson. Hopefully he won't beat Mike Johnson, but you younger crowds, man, you guys see people offering you free shit, promising you free stuff. What is wrong? I know you're tired of you don't get it. You're not in our age group. You wasn't raised the same way we was. You don't understand. It is hard times for everybody, no matter what. But to think somebody's going to give you a bunch of free stuff, these commies, this is what they want, to take over this country. I can't say it enough. It's true. This is exactly what they want to do. And you guys are voting them in because you guys are not smart enough to realize what a commie really is. You see a Democrat and these socialists or whatever, and they give you good speeches. They talk well. They speak, or they can articulate. They promise you everything. And then in the end, you get nothing. You pay all the money, all your taxes go to this shit. You get really nothing for free. You stand in lines where you don't get no bread and water. That's what you guys are voting for. In Michigan, what are you doing? I know you guys are Northern Yankees, but my goodness, I really thought you guys were smarter than that to put in some commie. You guys ran straight out and voted for this dude like he was your like Madani in New York, like he's going to be your savior. And now look how many people's turned against Madani in New York because of the taxes and all the stuff that's going around. There's nothing free. Oh yeah, we're going to build free grocery stores, but it's not going to be here for 2 more years, so you're going to starve till then. What do you guys? Oh yes. Well, then he makes a speech saying, "Well, we're going to drop the prices like 30%. It's not free. Nothing's fucking free. Do you not understand that? No matter how much people promise you, nothing is free. But, you younger crowd, you don't care. You jump right on in and vote for them. And, you make your bed, you lie in it. You pay, you play is what I always say. So when you vote in a commie like that, what do you expect to get? That's what you're going to get. You're going to get nothing. That's it. That's the truth. When you vote in people like that, you're getting nothing. So we're going to jump into some things. I don't know. We're going to chat a little bit. We're going to try to get some watch hours built up. I'm trying to figure out which thing that I keep playing is limited, or keep saying like in my studios that I guess something I'm playing with already video is limited on making monetization, making money. Since I'm demonetized, it's saying, somebody's already monetized it. I don't know if it's the music or the video I showed, the short. I'm gonna try to figure it out today and tomorrow, and not play but one thing. And if it's the one thing I'm thinking it is, I will delete it out. It doesn't affect the stream. It doesn't affect, it's not a copyright or nothing like that. It just says it's limited. I won't be able to make money on it if I get my monetization back. So it is what it is, though. We're going to jump over. I know, man, did you guys see the breaking news with that Perez Hilton guy trying to off himself on fucking a live stream over on TikTok and X? Do you know who Perez Hilton is? This dude. I mean, that's awful. Trying to unalive yourself on a fucking live stream. I mean, harm himself. This is ridiculous. Has any of you guys heard that news yet? We're going to see. Look right here. We're going to jump into this real quick. We're going to jump into it. Al Sayed is coming out on top right now.
Senate race. He will do so by a very narrow margin, reflecting the bitter split within the Democratic Party.
I mean,
he leads establishment-backed Haley Stevens.
It ain't been called yet. He's waiting for her to call it, but she ain't called it yet.
Is crucial, guys, in determining.
Which nothing is. Here's the thing: nothing is determined yet, but he will go. Whoever wins this right here will go against. Mike Johnson in November. So I don't know, man. If these young crowds and these commies put this guy in, he may have a chance against Mike Johnson come New York, come November.
Against Israel,
this is Michigan.
It's important for Democrats to unite no matter the outcome in the primary.
Yeah,
and on that, Stevens agrees.
These people are commies.
About the campaign we've just come through.
You guys keep voting these Muslims in, Islamic Muslims.
In comparison to
this country will be theirs and within the next 50 years. You wait and see.
Mike Rogers,
I hate to say
Donald Trump are going to tell.
You guys are doing it.
Are going to do everything they can.
You guys are voting them in.
Throw.
This is where they want it. They want to take over towns, cities, mayors, commissioners. Then they get all their people in. They start making rules and laws and changing the town, the cities, small towns, big towns, cities, just like New York. You think it's a joke. You think, no, there's too many Americans. There's too many white people. No, we used to be like 80-something%, 70, 80-something% conservative white people in America. Now we're down to what, 53%? And what do you think the next 50 years are going to be? We're going to be a minority, guys. And it ain't just about white people. It's about conservatives. We got to keep this country a Christian nation. That's the bottom line. But we're not going to. We're not going to win because these people can wait 200 years. They have 10 kids each, all named Muhammad. Seriously, like they have tons of kids and they're out populating us. We don't have as many kids. We don't have children. These people have tons of kids. Think about it.
All the mud. The kitchen sink at us.
They threw all the mud in the kitchen sink at us.
Keep the U.S. Senate red.
Well, no shit.
In the House races.
Because we don't want you commies in there. Why would we want you commies in there changing our Constitution and our freedoms? Seriously.
Donovan McKinney, who's backed by the Democratic Socialists of America, is leading
this is ridiculous. These people
by about 3 percentage points in the Democratic primary for the 13th congressional district. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries backs Thanadar as progressives support McKinney. The far-left movement did score a win as Sunrise Movement co-founder William Lawrence clinched the Democratic nomination
Bush, she lost hers.
7th congressional district. Lawrence beat 2 establishment Democrats, including one backed by
she lost
Senator
again.
Elise Larkin. But in Missouri,
They don't need her in there
candidate
either.
Cori Bush fell short of trying to reclaim her seat
Yep,
in the
he was
state's first
trying to
congressional
reclaim it.
district. Wesley Bell, who defeated Bush in the 2024 primary, won the rematch. DSA National Co-Chair Megan Romer is reacting, saying in
We're
part,
heartbroken
"We're heartbroken over this loss.
because we didn't get an extreme commie in there."
AIPAC and other special interest groups can still buy elections unfettered."
Here we go with the, they're buying the elections. I don't agree with AIPAC. I don't agree with that shit. Here's the thing, though. The Democrats are broke. You're not raising enough money. They're not buying elections. They're just out spending you. That's all they're doing. That's not buying an election. Democrats, I mean, look what Kamala Harris had. She spent 1.5 billion, went 20 million in debt. They had ads and things everywhere, every state, every city, just about paying rock stars and movie stars and all this shit, and they still couldn't win. The Republicans, Trump knows how to get to the people.
That the
Democrats think that influencers can influence. That showed you that Beyonce, all these people, it showed me anyways, because they never had influence over me anyways. But what I'm saying is it showed America, and hopefully it showed these people they hired, like Beyonce and all these movie stars and rappers and actors. They have no influence over us. They may have influence over a few, but not all of us. We could care less if you hire Beyonce or one of these, actors or Bruce Springsteen, any of these people. We don't give a shit. Oprah Winfrey paid her $1 million to do a 20-minute interview or whatever. You think Oprah Winfrey, do you really think Oprah Winfrey can sway common sense people? No. She is evil. I mean, from the claims of Hollywood, you know what I mean? She's one of the most evil people out there, and everybody knows it. You think really that these people have influence over the common sense people in America? No.
That Cori and her team of supporters knocked weren't in vain. They're building toward a stronger, more coherent movement to fight against fascism. Meantime, John James clinched the Republican.
We're all fascists, guys. We're all everybody that doesn't agree 100% with the Democrat Party is fascist. We're all bigots and fascists and all white supremacists, and we're all mean. We're mean. These people don't know what white supremacist is. Trust me. Go to prison. You'll find real white supremacists. I promise you that. They're not out here in the damn street walking with their flag. That's not white supremacy. I promise you.
Nomination for Michigan's governor. James was backed by President Trump.
Michigan's failed.
Secretary of State
if they get this motherfucker in, Michigan has fallen, dude. It's ridiculous. I mean, truthfully, police officer enforced the law with it. Okay, let's see. I want to see if I can find that one story. Marco Rubio. Let's see here. They flip it around and they become okay. Let's see. What's old Ted saying?
Good to see you. I'm doing well. Hey, have you been following the WNBA and this transgender debate? It's all they're talking about there.
I don't care for really any of them. I'll be honest. Like I said, I don't vote. I vote.
Could I just ask?
I don't vote like those kind of vote. I don't vote for president and shit. I know my vote don't count. I've never voted in my life for any of those fuckers. Somebody shared a picture of Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky in the White House yesterday and said, "This is the last true Democrat that knows what a woman is." It was fucking funny because the way the meme was, it was just silly. And it's true,
For not taking a side in either this or that. What do you feel about that?
Oh, look, Caitlin Clark is a hell of a ball player and fun to watch.
Do you think she should take a side?
At the end
Why would she need to pick a side? She wants to play ball. That's all she wants to do is play basketball. Leave her alone. Keep it out of sports. Keep politics out of sports. We also have some breaking news on Trump. A guy was arrested in at his California, Southern California golf course. See, people don't realize, and with some shells, ammunition and shit. Here's the thing. These fuckers plan on taking Trump out. Even when if this man luckily makes it through the end of his in 2028, I swear this man's going to need security the rest of his life. And I believe that because I believe they're going to still try to they still believe if they cut the head off the snake. You know what I mean? The old saying.
Compete against girls
Um,
to allow men to compete against women.
Now, this situation's ridiculous. This is common sense shit. This shouldn't even be a topic.
Since the dawn of time.
Is it a big issue though at WNBA level? I
No,
don't
it's
see
not an
many
issue.
I'm curious,
It shouldn't
what
be
does
an
that
issue.
stand for?
women.
It seems there.
Why is it an issue?
There's some coaches
Girls
that
playing
WNBA
girls
can't
and
figure
boys
that out.
playing boys
But
sports.
shouldn't they also
That's
be
it.
like sympathetic
Simple.
and empathetic for
This is why we say
young-willed
common
girls
sense.
who like are feeling it
You
out?
fuckers ain't got no common sense. Common sense is the girls have a league, the boys have a league. If you're a girl, you play in the girls' sports. If you're a boy, you play in the boys' sports. Nothing else should be said about it. Nothing. These fucking coaches and these teachers that run around with these shirts that say Transformer, I support Transformer kids, they should be fired, in my opinion. They should be teaching the kids you're not a fucking female. You're a male. You're born a male. You play in the male sports. I'm sorry you're not good enough to beat the other males. That doesn't give you the right to go beat the females in their sports.
Identity crisis. They want to play sport. They want to be with their friends.
If they're
Ridiculous.
boys, they're not gonna be girls.
Ridiculous,
In fact, in
guys.
your ideology, do you think it would be fair to let LeBron James play in the WNBA?
No, that's what we're
Exactly.
talking
Do you
about.
think it would be fair to let LeBron or Michael Jordan or any of those fuckers go over there and play in the NBA? Just the truth, you know. That's the truth. Would it be fair? I think it's retarded. It's always been retarded. It's always been crazy. I mean, to even think that, you know, like seriously, to even believe any of that shit. That, you know, hey, you know, these females. What's so wrong with Sophie? And this is why Caitlin Clark won't even say anything because this guy reporter keeps asking Ted Cruz. Do you think where she's going to stand? Where she's going to stand? Why don't she just, you know, leave her? Why don't you guys leave her alone and let her stand on basketball? Let her just stand on playing ball. That's all you got to do. Let her.
Doesn't have 5-year-olds.
At a professional level.
Let her play on. Let her play. Fuck. Who cares about her political opinion? She don't need a political opinion. She's a pro basketball player.
They can socialize. They can be happy. But to be honest, though,
I get irritated quick with these fuckers.
Leftist adults,
Yeah,
convincing their kids of this nonsense, and it is really sad to see.
it is. I agree.
Parents, listen, I think God.
It ain't just the parents though. Ted, you know it as well as I do. It's the coaches and all this. Oh yeah, you're a boy, you're a girl, even though they're not. It ain't just the parents convincing their kids. It's the fucking coaches that go along with it saying, yes, you can play in the women's sport. No, fucking shit. Why do you think girls play t-ball with, now girls do, now I'm in a small town. My girls play t-ball and you know, baseball. We don't have enough people to have, we're not like a big city. We don't have enough kids to have their own all girls t-ball and all boys t-ball. So what we do is we combine, and they only get to play a certain age, you know, a couple of years is, you know, and these girls and boys play t-ball together because they're little bitty, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. You know what I mean? They're little. But as soon as they get to a certain age, guess what? They go, my daughters had to play baseball because I live in a small town and we don't, like I said, we don't have enough for that many girls and that many boy teams to actually play against each other. So my daughters played actually baseball with the boys until they got to 11, I think, 10 or 11. Then they went into the girls softball, you know, and then they played softball and no boys was playing softball. It was girls. And the reason they had to play with the boys in t-ball and stuff, because they're all little, they're all learning and all that. But there is a time where even in small towns, you separate them. They go one way, the girls go one way, the boys go to their way, you know. So, and most people know that. If you live in a smaller community like I do or out in the rural areas, country, most people, most of the kids will play sports together, t-ball, stuff like that. But when they get 10 or 11, they start going into their own leagues, stuff like that. So a lot of it is the parents, the coaches. There's a lot, not in my town. I've never seen, and trust me, my kids played their whole life. We never seen, a coach saying or allowing a boy to come over and play softball with the girls. That shit just didn't take. It was never mentioned. It was never an issue where I live. Naming off these guys playing ball. I don't know if it was football or baseball, basketball. I don't know. I don't keep up with it enough to know what sports they were in. But here's the thing. And they wonder why our economy and we're broke. Now, I get it. They're pro athletes, but damn, are they really worth $140 million for so many years? Not only they're going to make 30, 40 million, if not more, off sponsorships. So do they really need to pay somebody $140 million for 5 years, guaranteed 108 if he gets injured or if he doesn't play, guaranteed? I mean, why do you need $100 and something million to live in a $30 million mansion and shit? That's stupid. You don't need that kind of stuff. You see, if I was a multi-millionaire, lottery winner, whatever you want to call it, I don't need the $250,000 car. I don't need the $30 million home. You know why? Because it's more taxes. Just give me some more land. I have a decent home. I don't need all that shit. I don't need the expensive toys. I don't need a $10 million yacht. I don't need to go in the islands every other week and vacation. I don't need to go to restaurants and spend, $5,000 to $10,000 on a meal. I don't do that. I'm simple. But they wonder why there's people out there homeless and hungry, or we got hungry kids in America, and you're paying somebody $140 million to throw a ball or shoot a ball. I mean, I believe in capitalism, but goddamn, go make your money, off sponsors and shit. Why does these teams feel like these people are worth? I'm sorry. Even Michael Jordan may have been the GOAT, the best basketball player in the world. I still don't think they're worth that much money. I don't. They're not worth that much to watch. I'm not watching somebody play a game and thinking they're even Tiger Woods. I'm a golfer. I love watching Tiger Woods play, but he went and made his more millions off of EA Sports games. They paid him millions of dollars to be on that game and to be in that EA Sports for years. It was Tiger Woods Pro Golf, Tiger Woods PGA Tour, Tiger Woods for like 5 years, 6 years in a row. He was the number one EA Sports golfing game, Tiger Woods. I mean, he made millions, which is fine. But does it need to be paid by the association? The people that are, our taxes go in, they're paying these employees to keep up the golf courses, minimum wage, while they're paying these players $100 million. Is that really like, would these players, in my opinion, even be able to play as good if the employees didn't have the grounds up kept and, took care of the courses or the ball courts or the football stuff? You see what I'm saying? Like, why ain't the employees getting paid more? I think it's retarded. I think it's retarded that you want to ask somebody that's worth that much money what their opinion is. They live a completely different life. They're in a completely elite life. Yes, they're allowed their opinion, but to me, you shouldn't take the politics and put it into sports, because you've run a lot of people's life. You get people to turn against people, and it's bad for business, in my opinion. So,
and I think the phenomenon of woke leftist adults. I read a tweet once from Cynthia Nixon, the actress, who said her child is trans, her sister's child is trans, all of her friends' children are trans. You know what that is? That's adults putting their politics and their ideology on their kids. And I feel
maybe it's letting their kids be who they really are. Maybe
maybe they should be a boy if they're a boy.
You don't know what a boy is.
Exactly. Ted Cruz, he's like, if you don't know what a boy is, then
all right, then, Ted, I appreciate you, man.
Stupid ass fucking reporters. This is the problem. These stupid ass reporters. See, even TMZ reporters, they know what common sense is. They know 6, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, this shit wasn't even a question. This shit wasn't even out there. They know this is what aggravates me, because this is bullshit. And this is the story of Prez Hilton,
On
guys.
social media.
Yeah, trying to off
Take you back to
himself.
that breaking news that we brought to you at the top of our newscast. A person was being seen taken into an ambulance moments ago outside of a home in southwest Miami-Dade. The sheriff's office says that a man
Prez
was
Hilton.
inside the home live streaming acts of
Yes.
self-harm on social media.
He was trying
a couple of
to
neighbors are telling us that the
unalive
man
himself
inside the
on a
home
live stream,
is
guys.
celebrity entertainment blogger Perez Hilton, but
Yeah,
the sheriff's office has not confirmed.
I guess
that
he's
with us
fighting his
tonight.
demons, you
We
know.
will bring you in.
There's other
updates
videos
on
out
this
there going
story
around.
as we
People
learn
say
them
don't go watch
on
it.
air and online.
Don't go
on our
find it.
NBC6
Said it's
digital
easy to
platform.
find. Just don't
Take
go.
you back to
Don't
that
go and
breaking
watch
news.
it. It's pretty bad.
Now by Newsmax contributor Joe Pinion. We're also joined by Caroline Schinkel. She is an attorney and also running for office here in New York. All right, Caroline, I'm going to start with you here. Let's bring this beyond just Michigan, beyond the several races that are going on this evening, because a lot of Americans, okay, they're not going to get, my state isn't in the headlines today, so why should I care? Because this could determine the future of our country, of our very democracy.
It's so true, Katrina. This is an indication of where the Democratic Party is going. And I think if somebody like Jay
Yeah, full commie.
today, he would be appalled at where the party that he stood for is heading in. And I think when you look at Michigan, you know, some of the Democratic Socialist candidates that have been prevailing in these recent primaries are from more urban areas. But now we're talking about states like Michigan. This is the heartland. This is the mainstream of America.
These are brand
and I think
new
it's really
headphones.
interesting to see if Abdul El Sayed prevails today. I think it's
They
really
gave me
interesting to
another
see where the
set, like a
Democratic Party
white
is going.
set.
The last
Need
time
to
a
put
Republican
see if they're
senator
comfortable
represented
too. These are
Michigan was
comfortable,
in
but
2000. That was Spencer Abraham, and he lost. And since then, there's been no other Republican. So I think it is a great chance for Mike Rogers this November if El Sayed does prevail, but very scary in terms of where the Democratic Party is heading.
Caroline, I would agree. It is the heartland. You think Americana out there, but the way things have gone with immigration over the last few years, you see places like a Dearborn, Michigan, and what that has turned into. Some of the festivals you see on the street, Rob Finnerty was talking about it tonight, really doesn't look like
well,
America
I
too
mean,
much anymore. And I would venture to say that a lot of this Democrat DSA platform is anti-American.
you know,
anti-American.
these
No border, no
disclaimers,
police,
people can do
government,
this all they
government
want.
business. They are
It
making
really
it
doesn't
at
help.
least to
I
me,
swear
we
it.
are
I've
the
never had it
anti-American party
actually
that
to
has
help
infiltrated the
in the
Democrat
video.
Party. Well, look,
And I still
I
have
think
something
we have to
that
acknowledge the
says
fact
fair
that Democrats
use.
are running a bit of a shell game here. It's a
Still,
ruse.
I don't.
They
I've
want to
never seen
pretend
it
that
actually
Hassan
help
Piker
when
does
you
not
show
speak for
those
them. They
fair
want to convince
use.
people that El Sayed won in spite of the fact that he's not where the party is. And
For you guys over on Rumble
trying
watching,
to actually
follow the
send
channel,
candidates
guys.
to the Senate,
Thank
same
you.
in Maine. And so we have to remember President Trump won Michigan by about 80,000 votes, not 800,000 votes. It's going to be a very close election. And you see Democrats trying to have their cake and eat it too. While this is happening, the governor of Arizona, Katie Hobbs, just came out and said that she is going to run with, or at least considering running with, a Republican. So you see Democrats trying to say, hey, we're not like them, while the apparatus that runs the party.
Well, they're going to have to come out with more. Now, the Republicans, like they said this morning, they're going to have to come out with more than just saying, well, look, they're commies. You know what I mean? Look at the left. They're bringing in the commies. They're all commies. You know, the Republican strategy, they're going to come November, they're going to have a lot more shit. You know what I mean? Like they can't just sit and say, hey, they're commies and then expect to win, you know, because these Democrats will bring, they will bring their A game, because Democrats do know how to play dirty, and they do it. They do it every year. So, and they need to, I think they said yesterday, they need to flip at least 4 seats in the Senate. I don't know if that's possible, if they can do that. But if the Republicans just sit and scream, oh, they're commies, they're without an A game, they will flip them. So, so they got to be careful. Everybody's got to, you know, like I said, I'm not here to give you my opinion. I'm here to share content, show you and talk about it, different topics, culture, stuff like that, hot topics, breaking news. If you want to blame the owner of the channel, me, just for sharing content, you know, that's your own issues. Maybe you should look in the mirror.
More and more mainstream voices to represent the people in the people's house.
Caroline, we've spoken to so many.
I believe in common
Democrats on
sense.
this show, and their immediate
if that
answer
makes me
when
a
we
bad
asked
person,
about
oh
what
well.
appears to be a divide in their party as well. We have a really
Then I'm
good
a
sense.
common
There's room
sense
for
bad
everyone in
person.
there. Okay, that's great. But then when one group of under that big tent has
I
very
believe in
different
freedom.
viewpoints than the other group under that tent, well, doesn't
Believe
that
in the
tent potentially
Constitution.
fall apart?
That argument doesn't fly. They want to burn the tent down. I mean, to your
Yeah.
points, they want to abolish private property, abolish prisons, abolish.
See, yeah, here's the thing. They want to abolish private property, saying you can't own anything, any private property. Well, that means now, if they do that, that allows anyone to come in on you. It's no longer your property. They can come and go as they please. They want to abolish prisons, meaning they don't want these mass murderers and PDFs and all these people locked up, which they don't realize these people would unalive them just as quick as they would unalive anyone else. I've been there. I know. I've been next to these people, and it's like, trust me, you don't want these people out on the streets. Prison is exactly where these people belong.
Borders abolish. Israel abolished the United States and the values upon which we were founded. So you cannot accept these people in good faith into your party. And to Joe's point, when you have Democrats who are essentially enabling these people by supporting them, by not calling
and
them
these younger
out, by
people
not
have
ousting
no
them from
clue
their
what
party,
they're doing,
who are enabling
voting these people
and
in.
ratifying this kind of behavior. And that's very dangerous for a major political
The
party in
young
this
people
country.
don't, all they see is a back and forth battle, higher prices. You know, the prices are not going down quick enough. So these younger people under 30, they haven't lived long enough to even realize that these commies, you know, you're going to pay all, they're going to take all your taxes, all your money, and you're going to get nothing. You're going to stand in a bread line and probably not even get bread and water.
To enable that.
You even make the argument Democrats are getting steamrolled from within.
Trust me, when they want to take your property, your private property, you own nothing. That means a car, your home, nothing. You don't own shit. That means people can come in your house, unalive you, do whatever, take over, take your shit, because it's not your shit. Remember.
And by people coming in and doing that.
Yeah.
They're just laying down and taking it.
Well,
See, yeah, they are. Michigan, what are you doing?
On what they're trying to do to the country and not necessarily where they stand as a matter of ideology.
I tell you what the last defense will be. The southeast rednecks, the rural country fucking people will have to stand up and defend this country, and the South will rise again. And it ain't going to be white and black. It's going to be Americans against these commies. That's what it will be.
You get rid of all the
That's the truth.
The guardrails for America being the dominant force for good in the history.
Yeah,
of the
why
world.
not get rid of the Constitution?
Yeah.
Seems like it's
probably
calculated.
Not only that, here's the thing. Not only that, here's what's crazy. And this is what's crazy about it. These people in Texas, Michigan, they're allowing these people to take over into they're voting them in. They're allowing these young people to vote them in. They're in their local, down valley votes. They're in their local, seats, mayors, road commissioners. Once they take over, why are they taking Texas so bad? Why are they in Texas so much? Why are they in the northern states of Michigan? Why? Because Canada brings 3-4 loads a day of their trash to Michigan, to the waste field. Not only that, they want the border states. They want to take over Texas and the northern states like Michigan and places like that. Why? So they can control the border. So when a president says shut the border down, they can say, okay, but then they can ignore the 10,000 people coming in a month. If they take over Texas, especially Texas or a northern state connected to Canada or somewhere, guess what? They can turn their head. They can turn a blind eye. While these people come in, these illegals just walk right in, and they'll turn their eye, and our country will be filled once again with a bunch of illegals. That's why they're taking these border states, because they want to be able to open up the borders again and allow all these people in. And guess what? It's not women and children. I'd almost damn near feel sorry for the women and kids, but it's not. They're young men fighting age. Why? They're criminals. It's ridiculous.
About 20 members of the House and Senate to talk about legislative action to bolster the administration's crackdown after the task force found $230 billion in what they say is fraud.
More scams, more
people.
And they wonder why America's broke, America's in debt, people are hungry in America. There's homelessness because we, it's not them, it's us. The American people allow these fucking people to go in here and scam our country and our taxpayer and our tax money to this right here. This is ridiculous.
Several home health care workers were indicted for
Yeah.
allegedly bilking the U.S. government out of more than $4 million for thousands of hours
course.
of work that they didn't actually do. In one case, two
That they
home
didn't
health
even do.
workers
And that
billed
$4 million could have
for
actually went to pay actual real healthcare workers better. That $4 million could have went to paying healthcare workers more money. People that actually take care of our sick.
For two patients, while those workers were actually hospitalized, working at other jobs, or in jail. In another case, a home health worker submitted 64,000 fraudulent hours from 2020 to 2023, including one day where she claimed to have worked 126 hours.
We are announcing criminal charges against 19 defendants for fraudulent home health care schemes that targeted Pennsylvania's Medicaid fraud program and resulted in over $4 million of fraud. 18 of these defendants were charged in the last 12 days.
They do.
As part of a strategically coordinated law enforcement operation between the Fraud Division, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the Pennsylvania Attorney General's Office.
Vice President Vance says the administration has so far withheld $56
Don't forget, if you're over on the Rumble side,
payments.
guys, follow the
That
channel.
includes more than $1.4 billion withheld in federal funding for home health care and hospice providers. An analysis showed a 7,100% spike in Medicare claims for skin substitutes known as allografts in just the last 6 years. The White House tells Fox News, our task force is using every tool at its disposal to end fraud once and for all. Congress has an important
Good luck with that. As long as we have politicians, there's going to be fraud. As long as we have government shit,
Vance and all of the
we're going to have
task force's
fraud.
interagency
As long as
partners
we allow
will not
this.
relent until every fraudster is brought to justice.
It ain't just about that. Guess what? The next person will do fraud again. The next person that gets in, or the one after that, will be in. Air Force One taking off from LAX last night. The plane is such an amazing ambassador for our country. It is a nice plane. Look at that. That's beautiful. Man, look at that. That's awesome. Look how nice that is. That's sweet.
Putting on a show for our cameras here.
Air Force One, LA altimeter
Air Force One,
298, wind 250 at 9er, runway 24 left, good for takeoff.
Big old LED lights there, boy. Massive.
Down to 24 left, heading to Vegas.
Here we go. Kick it in gear. Speed up. Yep, there it goes. Pull the nose up. See that light flashing at the
Air
back?
Force One, frequency change approved.
When you go outside at midnight, and you look up, you see those lights flashing, like really flashing way up there. You think, oh man, is that a star? No, it's, and you see the planes going. That is actually The reason self-checkout does not work in America. I'll be robbing you, baby. Yeah, watch him. He's fixing to steal. Look, he ain't even getting it. Look. It didn't even click. It didn't even ching. It didn't scan. He's not scanning any of it. Now, why go in there and steal some shirts or towels? I mean, are you just that addicted to being a thief and a criminal that you have to steal? I mean, come on, man. He's not even scanning it. Dude, that worker there can hear that when it scans, you idiot. This is ridiculous. Yeah, he's watching him. Like, he's stupid. I mean, that's ridiculous. Dude, your shit's not scanning because you're not scanning it. Yeah, he looked back to look at it to see. This is crazy. People are just, I mean, come on, man.
Well, I just think she was totally wrong. They did a beautiful job. There were a couple of little things, but that was not a big deal. And everybody saw the vandalism. All you have to do is look at the tape.
Talking about the pool,
We have a witness or two witnesses.
the vandalism. Yeah, he really jumped Janine Pirro's ass for, and it's like, really? He said, because she kind of caved, I guess, towards the judge or whatever, towards that judge or whatever. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do? You go back at them so hard that you know.
Titled Your Data, Their Profit, the Consumer Cost of AI Surveillance Pricing. This is a hearing of the Senate Judiciary Committee's Subcommittee on Crime and Counterterrorism, which I am delighted to chair and to work with my colleague, the ranking member, Senator Durbin. I want to thank especially all of our witnesses for being here, as well as everybody else who is in the room and those who are joining us online. You know, hardly a day goes by in this town without some booster of AI talking about how it's going to transform the American economy for the better. The question is, whose betterment will this transformation lead to? I noticed that one of the nation's largest newspapers, the Wall Street Journal, has a headline today saying that the AI boom is transforming the American economy beyond recognition. The question is, are the American people going to be left behind in this transformation? And we're here today to talk about one of the effects of this AI boom, the partnership between the AI industry and some of the biggest corporations in America to effectively scam consumers out of every last dollar they have in order to buy products that they need and rely on. What if I told you that a store like Staples, for example, charged more online based on your IP address or on your proximity to a rival? What if I told you that Target's shopping app tracked your location real time in order to charge you as much as $150 more for a vacuum the moment that you enter their store? What if I told you that Lyft has charged 55 separate riders in my home state of Missouri 29 different prices for the same exact route at the same exact time with a difference of $37 between the different fares? These are all documented cases of what we are now calling AI surveillance pricing. That is really, in a nutshell, when the corporations work with the AI companies to harvest your personal data. And I'm talking about your home address, how many children you have, your internet browsing history, everything they can get their hands on, and feed that data through their complicated algorithms, which of course are totally opaque and unavailable to you, in order to force you to pay the absolute maximum amount of money they can get out of your pocket for every single product that they can offer to you. This is one of the biggest scams in American history, this marriage between the AI industry and these mega corporations, and they're trying to pull it off against every American consumer. AI surveillance pricing is the unholy trinity of everything Americans hate: spying on people, ripping them off, and taking away jobs. Let me just talk about each of those briefly in turn. First, spying on people. Did you know that your neighborhood grocery store is amassing your data and tracking your purchases all for their profit? For example, take Kroger. Kroger is not just a grocery store, though it is certainly that, one of the largest. It is a data-selling mega corporation. Kroger's loyalty program has a treasure trove of data on you if you're one of their customers. One Kroger customer got a copy of his shopping profile recently. You want to guess how long it was? 62 pages. 62 pages of personalized data on this one person based on his shopping history. Last year, Kroger earned over $500 million from selling the data that it harvests from its loyal customers and giving it to other corporations.
And this is what I think about data centers. Fuck them.
Of its net income last year, a third of its income came from selling the personal data of its own customers. Let me just say
Because
that
this
again.
is what they're going to do with all our
$500 billion
data and share
by
information.
tracking its
They're going to
customers in
sell it.
store and online, and then selling that to other
Everyone's
people.
selling our
Second,
information.
ripping off consumers.
Every time you
AI
come on here,
weaponizes your data.
you guys in the chat
Let me give
think
you an example.
you're not getting
On
your
Delta's
information
second quarter
just because you
2025
don't
earnings call,
stream.
Delta's former president, Glenn
As
Hump,
soon as you put in your
revealed
Google
its
account,
partnership
as soon
with
as you
Delta.
guys, as soon as you type in, you put in your Google account, you may not have a YouTube channel where you produce content or you stream, you live stream. You may just watch YouTube. You may think you're safe, but every time you have to create a Google account to even have a channel to even come in. And I mean, you can watch as a guest, sure, but you don't think they don't know that either. Every time you type in, anytime you go on Instagram, Facebook, any of that, they've got your information. And he's right. If Kroger's, a grocery store, is going to sell your information, what do you think these AI data centers and all these places are going to do? They're going to make a killing. And they already are off our information.
That is, with an outfit called Fetcher, which is a company that specializes in AI surveillance pricing. Now, after that earnings call, Bloomberg uncovered a Fetcher white paper that describes using AI with airlines to replace simple, flat fares with a complicated pricing scheme that will vary the fare based on what they believe individual customers are willing to pay. Fetcher went on, this company, to say that it's time for the airlines to enter an exploitation phase of AI technology. Think about that. These companies are salivating at the prospect of using AI technology and your personal data to exploit you, and they're not even pretending otherwise. Finally, taking away jobs. You know, this practice of surveillance pricing is making its way to brick and mortar stores. It's not just online. Here's an example of that. Kroger and Walmart and other retailers are rapidly introducing digital shelf labels all across their stores. We'll give you an example over my shoulder here of a picture. Here's a digital shelf label. These are appearing everywhere across the United States. These labels can be used, because they can be changed instantaneously, they can be used to implement AI surveillance pricing in the store, not just online. Now, of course, this will end up costing jobs in the store, certainly, but think about where all of this is heading. Delta's former president, I mentioned a moment ago, really put it best when he said that the goal of the industry, the goal of all of these industries, these mega corporations and the AI industry that's working with them, the goal is to charge what they call personalized prices, as if it's a benefit to you. Personalized prices. Here's what he said. This is a full re-engineering of how we price and how we will be pricing in the future. We will have a price that's available on that flight, on that time, to you, the individual. Let me just translate. In other words, they're going to figure out how they can rip you off one person at a time.
And not only that, they're going to figure out eventually with this AI, they won't even need in-person employees. They won't even need you. They'll have AI computer, just like the self-checkout shit. They won't even need you anymore. They'll have AI doing it so much. Perhaps you won't even go in the store anymore. They'll do like Walmart does. You call and place your order, and a fucking robot brings it out to you, or a system will bring it out to you. You think that's a joke? You guys laugh about it? That shit's coming. Listen to them. These are experts, and they're telling you what Kroger's and Walmart, they're selling your information.
They're not going to charge you the same fare they charge your neighbor. They're not going to charge you the same fare as the guy sitting next to you in the seat. They're going to figure out how they can bilk you out of every dime they're willing to pay every time you step on an airline. And it's not just going to be them. It's going to be the grocery stores and everybody else.
See?
Until we figure out how to bring transparency, how to bring honesty, and some protections for the American consumer. That's what we're here today to talk about. With that,
and it's the truth. It's what they're going to do. I mean, what the hell? Side neck. What? Side neck wrapping? Look at him. Wonder how much he had to pay those models.
Is I take full responsibility. I am partly responsible for what's happening in America, for what's happening in Dearborn, Michigan, for what's happening in New York City. We left Iran, we left Islamic Republic for exactly this reason, because radical terrorist Muslims took over the country and are literally killing, raping, torturing, and executing innocent people right now as we speak for the past 47 years. And I thought by voting Democrat, liberals every single year, every single time there was an election, that meant we are going to make America, keep America great. We're going to definitely not negotiate with terrorism. That's exactly what the left media made me believe. And I'm here to say I apologize. I was brainwashed this whole time. It took me over 20 years to realize that Democrats and liberals are the reason this country is the way it is. They're the ones that are okay with the American flag being burned in New York City, that the American flag is okay to be burned. It's part of democracy. It's the most anti-American thing to do. And wishing death upon America is the most anti-American thing you can do. It has nothing to do with democracy. And I'm here to announce, apologize, and let my husband know that he was right.
Lady, don't you understand? That's what they want. They want to tear America down. They don't want it to be America. They don't want it to be called America. They don't want the American flag. They want it to just be land that they seize and that they control. And their plans are to conquer American people, like we came over here and conquered and built this country. That's what their plan is to come over here and conquer America and make it their third world shithole. Well, first of all, you're not fighting people with bow and arrows and hatchets anymore. You know.
It was Rura. Gotta let my husband know that he was Rura. I don't know why it's so hard to say this. I am here to announce that my husband
was right. She can't even say my husband was right. Yeah, you fucking women, I tell you. It ain't that hard just to say you was right, because men are right. We do know what we're talking about. Lady, if it's that hard to say your husband was right, your fucking marriage sucks, in my opinion.
It's very painful. I'm here to announce that my husband was right. Oh, that took everything I had. That he was right about everything. That Republicans are the ones that are going to help make America great again. I also believe that make America great again meant make America white again. That's because the left media wanted me to believe that. I am here to announce I'm sorry.
All propaganda,
and I will be part of the group that will make America great again. And I will proudly vote Republican from now on. God bless. And again, I apologize for everything I've done.
Exactly. It's the propaganda. They want you to believe that this shit right here. They want you to believe this. Men dressed up as women in front of children in their devilish, evil shit. That's what they want you to believe. Look at this nerd. Look at her. Here, take a shot. Your 10th booster with 2 masks on. How ridiculous. That was easy. God, that laugh is like a hyena.
I just barely felt it.
I barely felt it. Yeah, until you fall out.
I had the Moderna vaccine. My husband is going to have it today as well. I look forward to getting the second
Why do you have
vaccine.
2 masks on, lady?
And
God, you people are
this is about
so
saving
strange.
Lives. It's literally about saving lives.
I never wore one.
Trust the science.
I never took the shot. My
And it is
children
the
didn't take it. We didn't go places that required masks.
And approved this vaccine. So I urge everyone, when it is your turn, get vaccinated.
No,
it's about saving your life.
No, it ain't.
The life of your family members.
If it was such a good vaccine, if you had the shot and I didn't, how could I get you sick? If you were protected by getting the shot, that means you wouldn't get it from me if I had it. Right? No, they convinced these people that still ride around with a mask on in their car by themselves that, oh, if you didn't take the shot, you're the one that's dangerous because, you're going to get us all sick. No, that's not how vaccines work. If you take the vaccine, that means you don't get it. It don't matter if somebody has it or not and you get around them. You've had the shot and 10 boosters. You should never get sick ever again in your life. I mean, seriously, like,
and the life of your community.
Here are some free fries and some free, burger and fries for getting the shot. Boy, he drilled her ass. Boy, he cooked her. RFK cooked her. This is the guy right here. This is the one I wanted to say. This guy had a loaded,
walking throughout the grounds, taking photos and
at Trump's golf course in California. He was armed. They did arrest him. He was taking photographs, trying to scope out how Trump was going to come in and everything in a couple of days.
After searching his pockets, found a loaded magazine with hollow point bullets. Feds say when he was approached, the man claimed he was working for the State Department and was part of a security detail. Agents then searched his vehicle, which was parked in the golf course parking lot, and recovered a loaded pistol and another loaded magazine. Deputies also later searched his home, finding an illegally modified AR-style rifle, along with a .45 caliber pistol, body armor, high-capacity magazines, ammo, and multiple notebooks containing concerning statements. He's now facing 4 state charges and a federal charge of possession of an unregistered rifle. The Los Angeles Sheriff's Department has not mentioned any direct threat to the president, who safely hosted an RNC fundraising event last night at the golf club and reacted to the arrest on Fox News at Night.
There was a threat. There was a man who was arrested, seemed to be heavily armed near the property here on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing concern, sir. Talk about that.
I believe this man's
The only thing I get a little solace from is they say only consequential presidents. And I am definitely consequential.
Yeah, but pal, you're going to have security. You're going to have, let's look at this. This is the threats to Trump's life. This is crazy. I promise you, even when he gets done in 2028, let me tell you something. I believe this man, no matter if you're voted for him, I never voted in my life for a president, guys. So you want to get mad at me for what? Because I'm sharing content? That makes real good sense, because that's what they want. They want me and you divided. They don't want us coming together and actually going against their crooked ass. They want us divided out here in the streets. But some of you people are just dense and can't understand that. But here's the thing, because you get mad at us streamers and us YouTubers and people and be like, yeah, it's your fault, your fault, your fault. Why? I never voted. How's it my fault? Because I show content? Because I'm showing something on my channel? So I'm the evil one? No, these people are evil. Anyways, this is what I'm saying. When this guy's president ends, this man will need protection. I promise you, probably for the rest of his life, he will need security, because these people, the mainstream media has convinced so many people that this guy is Lucifer, and I'm telling you, no matter where this man goes, he's going to need protection, and he's got the money to pay for it. Don't get me wrong. But because if we get in a wacky-doo president, they're going to say, no, you don't need, we're going to take your, like Joe Biden did, when Joe Biden became president, he took Trump's, security away from him, the Secret Service away. Said, no, you don't need them. Yeah, he did. So when Trump won again, he took Biden's away, which who's going to bother Biden? He lays on a beach eating ice cream, sleeping all day. Nobody really wants to fuck with him. He don't even know where he's at half the time. Why would anybody want to fuck with Biden? He didn't do nothing but sit there. He was a mush brain. We all know Obama was running that White House and making decisions. The auto pen was, the auto pen was Obama, guys. Y'all don't realize that. But when Obama was making the decisions, that person was going to the auto pen that was listening to Obama and taking the orders from Obama, and they were taking the auto pen and signing Joe's name. And it was really Obama making those decisions. There's no telling how much shit that they did, not just pardons, but other shit they did with that auto pen that Obama was controlling and told them to do, because all those people that Biden hired was people that were under Obama had in his office. This is the thing. Look at this. This is crazy. All the threats to him. That's why I said I think this man's going to need security for the rest of his life, which I would anyways. If I had that much money and I owned that much stuff and shit around the world, and I was that popular and that much of a namesake, even if I wasn't president and I still had what he had, I mean, that's the thing. I wouldn't even have to carry a weapon anymore. Like, I have undercovers that would shoot you just to, you know what I mean? That would take you out. I would have undercover police that would do it for me. I wouldn't have to lift a finger. If I had this man's money and his resources and networks, see, I love to network. And then you get like wackadoo people on here and start YouTube channels, and they're like, I'm your savior. And it's like, dude, you giving me that Jim Jones vibe, or, Waco, Texas, David Koresh. dude, you get mad because people push back at you or this or that. And it's like, because this guy wants to be, you know, their holy leader, you know, love and all this shit. And I'm like, dude, really? Like, yeah, I'm getting some weird vibes. Like, this dude's kind of like, the lotion goes on the skin, you know, all nice and love is the answer. But then the next minute you're in a fucking hole and he's screaming, the lotion goes on the skin, you know, and shit. And like, okay, weird. Like, you got to watch a lot of people. Look at that. Yeah, here, Hollywood is dark and demonic. We know that. We all know that. I mean, look at that taco. Boy, that looks good, don't it? Boy, dark hair, nice chin. Look at this one. This dude's a goof.
Advantage of that, you know, that.
Let's see what.
How are you going to keep people from taking advantage of that, you know, that deal basically? And is there going to be a limit?
That
on the
smile,
number of
guys.
items that someone can take?
That's a crooked motherfucking smile. You guys think that this guy's for you? He's on. Thank God this motherfucker's only been in the country 8 years and he can't be president. You guys think this is your savior, this commie mother cruppers? I'm telling you right now, dude, look at that. That's pure evil takeover. And they smile and they smile in your face.
That are just
while they take your kids.
Counted at that level from that essential basket.
So our RFP makes very clear that this is a
Sick,
program
man.
for New Yorkers
These
to be
people
able to
are
put
sick.
food on the table, not a program for people to be able to make a quick buck through reselling. I'm going to pass it over to our EDC.
I want to know where Mitch
to add some
McConnell
additional
is.
details.
I want to see real proof of life. I want to see real proof of life of Mitch McConnell. Where's that old fucker at? All these old people should be out of there. I don't care if you're left, right, blue, red, up, down, middle, sideways. No one over 60, in my opinion, should be in there. Should not be senators or House representatives. These fuckers are too old. They've kept it way too old. They're warmongers. They're so far, every one of them. I don't care what I don't care if you're left or right. They want to make money off of us, and they do. They get in their pockets. There's been too many of them come forward and get put out and said, as soon as they get up there, they start putting they worry more about them making money, their homes getting bigger, their bank accounts getting bigger than ours. And they supposed to represent us. They don't represent us. They represent their self and their family. Trust me, you show me their bank account and show me yours. Or you show me their house and where they live and then show me yours. I guarantee you, in my opinion, anyone that runs for Senate or House representatives or any of these people that go up there and bullshit and piss all over us, I believe they should make their state's minimum wage. Excuse me. I really do. They shouldn't be making $200,000 a year. Didn't someone say, well, they deserve the opportunity to live good and get better pay? Why? Because they're ripping us off. They're arguing with each other. They're stepping all over the American people. No, I believe they should be making their state's minimum wage. And if they're a lawyer and they got a law degree or whatever, they can come back home. They don't need to live in Washington. They can keep their ass in the state they supposedly represent, and they can do their law degree. They can work or own a business or whatever they do. But when they go to Washington and they're on our dime, they should only be making minimum wage. They shouldn't be up there trading, making millions of dollars. I mean, if you're going to do that, make it the opportunity for everyone to know your inside shit, you know? That's the truth. That's the truth. Get every fucking one of these old ass people out. Where's Mitch McConnell? So you showed a picture of him with his wife. Hell, that could have been AI for all we know. Standing up, looking all healthy. That motherfucker ain't been healthy for 20 years. He's been a zombie up there, falling asleep, like standing up, fucking zoned out, fucking don't know where he's at. I mean, come on, man. Where, you know, bruises all over him where he's fell, being pushed in and out with a wheelchair. Where's this man at? They're scared to death to even tell what happened to him because they know he's going to lose his seat. That's all they care about, power and money, guys. But you know what? You guys don't see it. A lot of you don't see it. All you see is a divide. They divide us, and you see us as the enemy because we're just so we disagree on a few things, so we're automatically the enemy, and that's what they want. They don't want us coming together and going against them because they know their ass would be out of there. They want us divided out here so they can do their thing, and they can take trips to Hawaii, the Bahamas. They can go buy mansions and this and that, while we're the fools out here going, damn, I can't even pay my bills in 1 month, you know? I mean, not until, should Trump be out of there then? Not until his time's up. He won legit. When his time's up, he leaves. And then whoever votes gets voted in the next time should be president. So, yes, term limits. I truly believe it. I believe in term limits. I don't believe anyone over 60 should be in there. These fuckers don't need to control our country for 30 years. Why do they need that much power and money? Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Like I said, you don't have to hate me just because I bring you guys content, which most of you do. You don't like me, even though you disagree with maybe what I say. That's fine. You know, you can disagree with me all you want, but why? Why get mad at the guy that's just showing the content? You know, you should be mad at your representatives, not a guy on YouTube.
Yes, if you
But that's what they want. They feed you the propaganda and lies, and you guys get mad at me. Why? Because I'm showing this. I'm speaking on my opinion on this. It's just my opinion, guys. I'm not feeding you or financing you or effing you. Why are you guys get mad at me? Because that's the way I look at it. I have no care for, you know, if you're not feeding me, fucking me, or financing me, I don't give a shit what your opinion is. Cool, I'll listen, but I'm not going to get mad over it. But some of you can't restrain yourself. You get mad because somebody speaks his opinion online. So what? Ignore it. Does someone's opinion really affect you that much and wreck your day? I mean, if it does, man, maybe you need to look in the mirror. Maybe you got some issues going on inside that, you know.
Look at our RFP for the
Look
operator.
at this.
We
Fucking
are
commies.
looking to make
All
sure
of them.
that we target New Yorkers, whether it be
Target,
sort of a
yeah,
library
we're
card
targeting
advocate,
everybody.
and also we manage who's buying, and that is focused on everyday New Yorkers. So we are mindful of that. And so we're going to make sure that we have all the things in place to ensure that that does not happen.
How are you going to keep people from taking advantage of that, that deal basically? And is there going to be
anyone coming over here from the Discord? I posted this in.
Discounted at that level.
Just let me know.
No. Open the fucking window.
No puedes quebrarlo. No English.
No puedes.
No English. Okay, what's he saying? Let's see. I don't know. I ain't seen this yet. This is all new. I just now turned on X, guys, so I'm seeing this as you guys are. So you get mad, ICE, okay, an ICE agent worked with a sheriff department, smashed a window of a rapid responder, okay, and detained the driver. This is one of the finest examples of local law enforcement and ICE working together. Okay, let's see. The anchor babies in the car somehow believe they don't have to comply. Like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing any of this stuff with you guys, so just bear with me.
Que abre la puerta o lo va a quebrar, dice. No. Open the fucking window. No puedes quebrarlo. I'm gonna break it. No puedes.
What does that mean, no Quinn is?
No puedes.
That's not no English. Because he would say no English, no English.
Otro policía, entonces no sé qué pedo, no sé qué voy a hacer.
I don't, if they're, here's my issue with them. Why give the police a hard time? If you're legit and you're legal and you're a citizen, just roll down the fucking window and give them your paper or your license. Let them run your name. Just like when people get pulled over. Why do you have to fucking put your phone on, hit record? Trust me, I record every interaction I have with anybody. I've never been pulled over in my life. I think I got pulled over one time in my driveway and got a seatbelt ticket. Didn't even get out of my driveway. That was it. I've never been pulled over with a speeding ticket or anything. I obey the laws. I'm not a criminal anymore. Let me tell you something. Seriously, Like, I've never got a speed. I've never had anything against my license or none of that shit. I'm not a goody-goody. I'm just saying I've never got caught. But what I'm saying is I see so many people in real life and shit on when we're out riding motorcycles, people get pulled over. And I'm like, you know, why give people a hard time? You know, or these people online, like, put your phone up there, hit record them, and tell them you're being recorded. That changes a cop's attitude real fucking quick sometimes. Most of the time it'll change they'll, you know, they know not to fuck with you or do something stupid. Just roll down your window, give them your license. It's not hard to comply. Don't fucking fight when they say you're resisting. You're saying, no, I'm not. It's because you're giving them attitude. You're resisting. You're not wanting to give them your license or none of that. And I know we have the Fourth Amendment and all that, but when you're getting pulled over for a traffic stop, you've broke the law. You need to give them your information. That's the truth. Now, if we're just out in public and they come up and say, give me your license, I'm going to say, fuck you. That's my Fourth Amendment. You're not violating my Fourth Amendment. But if I'm breaking the law in a traffic stop or out here doing something stupid and breaking the law in public, then yes, they have the right to stop you and get your ID and run your name. That's the truth. If you're breaking the law and they see that.
I'm a U.S. citizen. You pointed your gun at me.
Then roll your window down and give him your license. If you're a U.S. citizen, why do you want to fight back? This makes no sense to me. If you're really a U.S. citizen, just give them your fucking license and go on about your day. Once again, the propaganda, the media.
Video. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Okay, video him. But give him your license, dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna break That's fine, bro. You're breaking the window. That's fine.
All because they want it to look good on their, you know, hey, look what they did. Look what they did. They broke my window. They did all that. This all could have been solved by just giving him your fucking license, rolling the window down, saying, here, I'm an American, man.
You pointed your gun.
They make it harder than what it should be. They make it 10 times harder than what it should be.
You don't know me exactly, and you pointed your gun at me. I'm a U.S. citizen. He pointed his gun at me.
We're gonna get you out.
Bro, I'm a U.S. citizen. You don't understand what he just did? You can just point your gun at anybody?
No,
no pueden. ¿Por qué?
Turn your eyes. Turn your eyes.
Güey, que lo va a quemar, güey, que te mata.
I told you I'll fucking
Get your hand up. Get your hand up. Don't be reaching down.
Te estoy grabando, güey.
Come on, all the way down, dude.
Watch him.
Hey, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm recording.
Stay there.
What?
Stay there.
I'm staying here. I don't gotta move. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Communism never worked in any country.
I'm recording for my safety. I don't gotta do nothing, bro.
It's not gonna work here.
Yeah, you see? You see? Hey, either way. I'm not doing anything. You're trying to get me to stop from recording. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not doing anything. You touch me. Hey, look.
No, am I a cop? Yeah, far from that. No, I could never be a cop. I could never go into the military. I was born with a disability. I could never do any of that stuff.
And they went after me.
I could never be, you know, like physically play sports or none of that stuff. I have been to prison though. So I was not a bad person. I made a mistake once in my life and I paid for it. So, you know, I wasn't a criminal. I didn't go steal. I didn't rob people. I didn't do none of that. But I did do some time. I'm not ashamed of it. It's just part of my past. It's made me who I am today.
Did the settlement in Washington, and they went after me. And what they did here was very, frankly, if you talk about reparations.
Far from being a cop, I can promise you that.
What they did to me, I had a very good case against them. So, and
if you always had a good case, Trump, why in the hell didn't you ever do anything then?
Week #1 hit, shoes in Texas.
It doesn't mean Cori Bush loses her run. Here's your Michigan commie, guys.
Of the rise of
is this the guy that was talking about
the Republican Party
has been the quiet assassin of the rise of a nationalist populist movement. Yeah. I mean, imagine you go back to 2012 and in some strange universe, we nominated moderate milquetoast Mitt Romney to run against the most progressive presidential candidate in the history of our nation, instead of libertarian, what would have then been called the sort of Tea Party Donald Trump, Ron Paul. That might be the greatest dark mark on the history of the 21st century Republican Party, is that we nominated Mitt Romney instead of Ron Paul. And I say that, in this situation because even here in Minnesota, the Republican Party, the apparatus, I call them the apparatchiks, because I do think that the Republican side of the establishment is just as proto-communist or socialist as their Democrat counterparts. We could talk about that. As a matter of fact, we should talk about that. But I do think that the Republican Party, even here in Minnesota, the establishment, the party apparatus, is in firm opposition of the MAGA movement, the rise of populism, and the overall prosperity and well-being and even freedom of the American people.
Who is this guy?
The discussion.
Is this guy like somebody that ran in Minnesota or something? Or is he a politician?
Of would you describe establishment Republicans, right?
Yes, which makes it even more significant.
Do you guys know who this guy is? Do y'all know? Is he a politician, guys? Hey, man, don't forget to support the channel, guys. It's going across the bottom of the screen. We got Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. If you want to support the stream, there you go. It does, it would come in handy to, support us streamers, guys. Also, I don't know who this guy is. I'm going to look him up and see. He's Minnesota, huh? Minnesota. I've got a good clip. I got a damn good clip. If somebody sends in a good Cash App, I've got a good clip. Just sit outside with okay. Okay, yeah.
That I won. Yeah. The fact that I was able to win a statewide primary on an extremist MAGA platform with all of the local mainstream media lined up against me and our 4 sitting Republican Congress members who refused to endorse me even after I had won the Republican nomination.
Oh, so he's a Republican.
Because they're in on it.
Huh. I didn't know that. I'm going to look this guy up in a minute.
We talk to them about not like
I don't need to talk to them. I know who they are. I know who they are and they know who I am. I know who Tom Emmer is. I know where he got his start. I know who Vin Weber is, Council of Foreign Relations.
So obviously he didn't win because he's still talking about it, right?
I know who these people are. I know what their play is. I know what their agenda is. I know what their political worldview is. I know how they'll play.
There it is. If you want to support
like they
the
believe
channel,
in one thing,
I don't beg anybody for shit.
When really they don't. They'll tell a bold-faced lie. They'll lie right in your face.
If you want to support it, you can support it.
About their platform, about what they'll do if they're elected again. And even more so, I know their spirit. So Carl Jung used to say, he said, you can look at the results and infer the motive. And I'm not a huge fan of Carl Jung because I think he was, shall I say, an atheist. But there are some profound insights from the psychological, juggernauts, even if they lack faith in a higher power. You can, in a lot of times, look at the results of a thing and infer the motive. And well, look at where this country has gone. Over the last 30 years, the conservatives have had the House and the Congress just as many times as the liberals, as the Democrats. The Republicans have held the House and the Senate over the last 30 years just as many times as the Democrats.
Various pendulum swings.
Yeah, not by accident. Not by accident. And my point about Emmer and the other 4 Congress members is, what does it say to the rest of the Republican caucus that a young, somewhat apolitical candidate, me,
oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, me, that a young, somewhat apolitical Republican candidate with all the momentum in Minnesota, comes from the inner cities, is the first Black person to be nominated by either major party to run for U.S. Senate, first Black person to be endorsed, and up against one of the most radical Democrats in the entire country, Amy Klobuchar. One of the most radical and well-funded Democrats in the entire country, and our 4 sitting Republican Congress members wouldn't endorse me? I mean, is that almost like a silent endorsement of her?
Well, it does show division, as we discussed.
That's right. They're willing to, and this is true of the Republican establishment.
So he was running in Minnesota,
and this is exemplified by Mitt Romney. Back to my example, Mitt Romney throwing in with the communists in this nation's darkest hour. Remember I said that was a great dark mark on our history? Yeah. It was a dark mark before he threw in with Kamala Harris. The fact that we put Mitt Romney up over Ron Paul was a dark mark on the Republican Party well before he threw in with Kamala Harris. The fact that he threw in with Kamala Harris in this nation's darkest hour just solidified it as the dark mark on the Republican Party's history. And it's not by accident that a moderate sort of milquetoast guy who has a great smile and a nice strong name with a lot of prestige.
He said milquetoast. He said, I'm sort of moderate. I'm milquetoast. I mean, do you really say you're a milquetoast? I mean, I got a lot of black friends, man. I'll be honest with you. I hung out with more black people in prison than I did white. You know why? Because white people were more, we're all white. You know, we're all white. You got to be with all white people. You know, no, I don't. I grew up with some of the best black friends in the world. And my uncle's black. I never said, hey, this is my black uncle. This is just my Uncle Kenny. I've got family members. I've got 4, 5, 6 mixed cousins. Like, you really saying I'm milquetoast? Come on, man. That's crazy, dude. That's fucked up. I'm moderate and I'm a milquetoast. I never heard that one before. That's funny as shit.
An elite.
I'm a milquetoast.
Great head of hair.
What kind of shit is that? Already. If there's any black watchers out there that follow me, because I know you do. I got a lot of them on Instagram that follow me. I talk to, I'm friends with, Facebook. Do you guys, have y'all heard that? Have you heard other black people say I'm milquetoast? I mean, that's crazy, dude. That's a fucked up word.
The truth stresses me out.
Why would you call yourself that?
But
you're wanting to fit in with the establishment? Is that what it is?
It's not by accident that Mitt Romney threw in with Kamala Harris and the communists. And that's exactly what the Republican establishment has been and will continue to
I'm
try
going to
to
research
do
this
through the
guy
2026 midterms and even in 2020 until we crush them the same way we have to crush our enemies.
Royce White.
The Republican Party.
Is that who this guy
has
is?
been.
Is that who he is? Royce White? Is this him? Is this let's see. First United States Senate nominee. Okay. Minnesota GOP 2024, born in the 1990s, running again in 2026. America First. Is that who is this? I want to see what kind of shit. I'm gonna hit follow because I want to research and see who this guy is. Look at old Mitch McConnell and old Lindsey Graham pushing him in the wheelchair there. Y'all see that? Who is, let's see. It takes the news cycle a few weeks to catch up on. Let's see. Y'all want to listen and see what he's saying?
It's a pillar of their platform.
Let's see who he is.
When I say there's no accord to have, these people believe in cutting off little boys' penises, mutilating children, giving them hormone blockers. It's a pillar of their platform. They're not shy about it. Minneapolis is now the transgender capital. You're talking about people who are under 13, 12, 11 years old being influenced into something that is completely unjustifiable by any medical standard worth its salt that hasn't been captured by the same academic philosophy, but certainly by any historical standard. The two universal standards for having a country, you have a border that you control, and you do not normalize cutting off your son's penises or mutilating them through hormone blockers and medicine. So there is no accord with these people. They're unmoored from reality, and they want to talk. They talk fast. They bring a bunch of buzzwords and things like that to distract you from the issues. The reason they don't like me is because I'll bring you right back to the root issue. You let in 15 million foreign invaders, and you believe in cutting off little boys' penises. We should never give these people the government back under any circumstances. So there's certainly not an accord.
Isaiah? It's just really interesting. Royce not at any point wanted to address anything when it comes to the economy. And I understand that you might not necessarily have anything when it comes to that, so it's not really surprising. But ultimately, Stephen A., I do think that to get back to the root of your question about how we.
So it ended there. Why do they always do these stupid ass little clips? I hate that shit. Like, seriously, man. Like, play the whole damn thing.
I'm wondering
the White House
what
podcast.
that even means, a forum.
I didn't know the White House had a podcast, live podcast.
Let's just see. Let's do it together.
Let's see who is here. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go back up here and see who's live today. The Hill is live. Yeah, let's see. We have a news alert.
Michigan that could reset
the race for November and the balance of power in the U.S.
Uh-oh,
Senate.
just called it.
Abdul
They
El-Sayed-
just called it. Breaking news. They just called it. Eli Salad riding Durka camels wins the Michigan. You fucking Michigan people.
At age 40,
You know, you pay, you play. You know that? Don't come crying if he wins in November and starts doing everything that you hate.
ran for governor 8 years ago, unsuccessful against Gretchen Whitmer. This time, a winner against Haley Stevens. The Associated Press has made the call, and El-Sayed now will take his campaign.
This motherfucker. This is what they want. They want them in the Senate. They want them to be able to turn down the Republican bills, everything the Republicans.
We have a major call to make on this Fox News alert on a major.
Not only
race out of
that, they
Michigan.
want to fight against the Republicans, of course, and the Republicans fight against. It's all peeing on each other's leg, and you know what it is up there. And they get nothing done. They accomplish nothing, but their pockets get fuller. But that's the thing. They want all these commies in the Senate and the House so they can install, you know, so the Republican president can't do as much. And then they say, look, see, he's not doing nothing. He's not helping Americans. They're not doing anything for American people. Oh yeah, they would if you know, people in the Senate would actually do your job and pass the laws and you know, the things you're supposed to do instead of fighting with each other. And what irritates me is when you see the ones up there and they say, and they always talk shit on camera, or we love America on camera. But this is what pisses me off when they get on a camera and they say, well, hell, we went and had lunch together yesterday. Why are you up there having lunch with each other, but then on camera you're fucking each other's worst enemy and you can't get shit right for the American people, but you're out there eating lunch and drinking a beer together the day before talking. I don't get it. Like, it's bullshit. It's all fake. What's the old saying? Never believe what you hear and only half of what you see. It's crazy. I don't want to watch no murder trial. I don't want to watch no Graham show either.
For the people is our birth.
Here he goes right here.
That we have a responsibility to stand up and walk with our
Here he
unions
goes
so that
right
everybody
here.
has collective bargaining rights in this country. If you believe like me that you want
He
to have
has
a
won,
guarantee
guys.
of healthcare
He
in
has
this
won.
country without some corporation trying to tell
He's
you
won Michigan
what you cannot have
primary
and should
to
not fight
go
for,
on to fight
I hope
November.
that you'll join this movement now.
Huh. That is something.
I want to speak specifically to an issue that has been focused on in this race. To my Jewish American sisters and brothers, one of the most indelible memories of this campaign will have been the opportunity to break bread with you at Seder, to worship with you.
You wasn't
at
here when I
Shul,
said I didn't vote for Trump.
to be embraced by you.
I didn't vote for anybody.
And
Idiots.
listening to sisters and brothers who said, you know, I want to join this movement because
I'll show you what I believe in.
Because I
I'll let you
understand
listen to what I believe in
that
a minute.
self-determination for one people does not require the quenching of self-determination for another people.
I want to hear what this
All of
guy's
us
got
are
to say.
free, none of us are free. I want to tell you the great gift that you've given me.
You know what?
And to all of
Look at
my
all these
sisters and
Muslims
brothers
behind. Yeah.
of the Jewish faith,
These white
and faith
liberals.
that all
This is
know
the
faith
downfall
at
of America right here.
I
White
want
liberals.
you to know that my commitment to your safety, my commitment to Jewish safety, is the same commitment that I have to the safety of my own daughters. Because if there is one question of a political philosophy that ought to animate us all, is what would we build, what would we do if we treated all of our kids like they were all of our kids? How would we spend our money? Where would we
I'm not spending my money on your children, buddy. You're 10 Muhammad's kids named Muhammad.
would we build? What kind of healthcare would we
Oh,
offer?
you guys say that, but then you end up building Islam schools and mosques and
And I say this because there could not
your
be a
little
greater
private
contrast
leering centers,
between that
and
philosophy
then embezzling billions of
and the
dollars from the
cynicism
American people.
of Mike Rogers.
Yeah, we really. Yeah.
Mike's a guy who spent 14 years in Congress with one goal: to figure out how to cash out the day he left. And guess what he did?
They all do that, buddy.
As soon as he
You think
left
you're any
Congress,
different? You think you're going to go up there and be different?
After corporate check, after corporate check.
They all say this. Haven't y'all learned by now? Every politician says the same old storyline.
Not in Michigan. No.
This person went up there and filled their pockets full. And then as soon as they get up there, they fill their pockets full. It's funny, ain't it?
He went to Florida. So, Mike, if you want to be a Florida man, go be a Florida man. If you want to golf in Florida, go golf in Florida. But
we're for the people. And then as soon as we get up there, we fill our pocket. We're worrying about us. They say it about their opponent, and then they do the same thing they do if they get in. So funny. So funny. So funny.
Mike Rogers is a guy who is never shied away from a DTE check so he could turn his face in the direction of Florida. Mike Rogers is a guy who will do anything Blue Cross Blue Shield wants him to do, including raise your rates. Mike Rogers is a guy who introduced legislation to increase the flow of opioids. He did that while I was in high school. Mike Rogers is a guy whose politics and vision and perspective are old. Mike Rogers is a guy who has never shied away from a corporation he could do a favor for. Mike Rogers is a guy who, believe it or not, went back to Florida so he can lick every single boot Donald Trump owns to beg for his endorsement. I'm so sorry. If you want a senator who's going to lick some boots, fine, go vote for Mike Rogers. But if you want a senator who's going to stand up to Donald Trump, then you've got your option.
They all say that. We're going to stand up to Trump. You can't do nothing.
What's funny about Mike Rogers is that he's like the worst of all versions of the Republican Party, right? He's the worst of the neocon.
We're going to stand up to Trump. And then as soon as they do, just like Madonna gets in there and shakes his hand and praises Trump, and we're going to work together. We're going to work together. They all say the same storyline. All the same storyline.
Until, of course, he was licking Donald Trump's boots. So now
so did Madani, New York Madani.
Is he MAGA? Is he neocon? No, man, he's just a corporate sellout. So, Mike, I'm going to say right here, I know you're going to say no because you're a coward. 5 debates, all right? If you're willing to stand with me and have a conversation, you and I both know that you will wither in front of your own crimes. But I'm going to make sure Michiganders know about them. Because the time we're done, you are not going to have safe quarter from people holding you accountable to what you've done for them here in Michigan. We will send you back to Florida where you belong.
Women for abortion.
5 debates.
Islam Muslim sitting here with a hijab on her head. Women for abortion.
But I want to finish here because it's not about.
And don't you guys have like 10 kids?
It is about who we are as a country.
They're allowed. Their religion. They're allowed to lie to you, smile in your face, lie to you.
In fact, you can see the window of my.
They're ridiculous. Here, say hi.
And
yeah,
there are moments I had to pinch
say
myself.
Hi, bud. What? No, you can't have that. Go on, honey.
My story in America is about as unlikely as it gets. But for an accident of history that allows my dad to immigrate to Detroit to go to Wayne State University.
Yep, they did. They voted in another jihad, fucking jihad, Wabiyad.
I spend them there.
Durka is what I call them. They call it fucking Durkas.
Except for I got
this country's getting full of them.
Where I got vaccinated against diseases that
I got vaccinated because I'm a fucking sheep.
They died before their first birthday.
How many boosters
I got to go to amazing public schools, an incredible public university.
But you got 10 boosters.
I got my medical education paid for.
Yeah, by the American people, you fucking freeloader.
That's what America gave me. Now, the crazy thing is I grew up.
America, did you hear what he said? America gave me. He didn't work for shit.
20 minutes,
we gave him
10-year life expectancy gap. I got to meet kids who never got the opportunities I got, despite the fact that their families had been here far longer than me.
Yeah, whatever.
I know what America gave me.
Because you're privileged. Because you're a lefty privileged.
To deny too many of her own children.
Because you're a minority. Because you're this and that.
Right there was about
you're
trying
full
to
of
address
shit,
exactly that. And I kept
Come on,
running
buddy.
up against one thing.
What?
The kind of politics that tell us that we cannot invest in those children
Fucking
because
commies.
we should be sending their money to deny rights to other children abroad.
Abroad.
A
Hearing?
politics that tells us that the
We should be giving all our money to these other kids abroad. Take care of them too. This is where your party's going.
Politics that tells us
Commies,
that our
guys.
democracy is
They're going
there
to
for the
take your
taking
money.
if
You're going to
we
have
enough
nothing.
money to take
You're going to stand in bread lines. like the 20s.
And so when the opportunity to run for U.S. Senate came
You
up,
guys
I
think
realized
I'm
that this
just
was a
spitting
fight
stupid shit and I'm
not
joking?
just against Mike Rogers and
I'm
Donald
telling you
Trump. It
right
was a
now,
fight for
they
the
prefer to
kind of
take all your
America
money
that can give
and
what
send
I
it to
have
their
to
people
all of
in
her
their
children.
countries.
That
You
is
people are
the
so
work in front of
stupid.
us.
You have so much hatred for one guy,
This
Trump.
country of ours,
It's
this
sad.
America of ours, is
I don't
more than a
even
flag,
give a shit
more
about
than
Trump.
a set of colors.
I didn't vote
If you're
for
a
him. I didn't
patriot,
vote for anybody. But I'm telling you right
you
now,
better fight for an America
it's
that is America for
ridiculous to
all of the
watch
kids.
you people give our
That's
country
what
away.
this is
I
about.
love our
Building a
country.
movement to take
I
our
love the
democracy
freedom
back
we
and
have.
serve the people who
But to watch you
absolutely
people
deserve
give it to these
the
people
best of
is
what America
sickening.
has to offer. That's the commitment all of us are making. So whether you voted for me or voted for my opponent or didn't vote at all, we're inviting you to that movement to get money out of politics so we can put money back in pockets and finally guarantee the promise of health care through Medicare for all. And I am so honored for all of the folks who've already invested,
I'm not
all the
butthurt.
folks who haven't. I cannot wait
It's
to meet
your
you,
state.
and let's go in November.
It's you Michigan people that's doing it, not me. I'm in a good state. Yeah. Yeah, we're in a good state, ain't we? Yeah. We're in a real good state. We're in a good state, ain't we, buddy? Huh? We're in a good state.
She will absolutely be endorsing us.
Yeah,
and she'll be
exactly,
fighting
Scott.
alongside us to
They'll
make
give up
sure
our country just to blame
Mike
him.
Rogers into
It's
the
sad.
in November.
And what they don't understand is they'll be right there alongside everybody else to under their boot heel when they do. These people are not going to allow these white liberals that put them in office to live by them when they take over their states. They're going to put them out on the street just like they will anyone else. And they're going to be the ones living in the nice places, the gated communities. They're the ones going to be in control of these white liberals. They're so stupid. Their hatred goes so far for Trump that seriously, it's true. Their hatred goes so much for Trump that they will give up everything they know, and they think they're going to be right there next to these Durkas, you know.
The house, we stand united. And sometimes we got to have it out about the conversation
They hate
about who we are
us.
and who we
Don't
want
y'all
to be.
get that by now?
And I think I'll tell you
They
that
cannot stand the
things that unite
American
us are so
people,
much bigger than the
white,
things that
black,
divide us.
whatever.
If
They don't
anything,
like the
when we've got
American people.
500,000 more voters who came out to be a part.
They don't like
of
America.
a
They hate our
process to
flag.
pick a nominee.
They've proven that.
That means that their
They
voices
burn
get
it.
heard. And we're going to build a
They don't
movement
want
that
this
reaches
place
out
called
to everybody. I know
America.
not everybody's going to agree with me on everything. That's not how this works. But I do know that they agree with me on the need to beat Mike Rogers and the need to hold Donald
Funny,
Trump
they
accountable
can't build
and the
their
need to
countries
provide people health care
be
and
nice
the
like
need to
ours.
address the
What
affordability
do you
crisis
think they're
that
going
is
to come
making
over
it so
here
that
and,
all of us
and
struggle
keep our country
simply
nice?
because we want to pump gas or
They
build a
can't do
grocery
that.
store. And the need to stop fighting stupid
It's all
wars
about
that we never
takeover
fight.
power. They don't
There's
care
so
if
much more
we
we
live
can
like a third world shithole and
unify
shit in the
together.
street like their
Congressman
countries
and I,
are.
the
As long as
senator
they
and
have
I,
power,
we've had some great
they don't
conversations
give a
about where we
shit.
go from here, and we
As long as
cannot
they
wait to come
control
together and win in November.
this place, they don't care how you live. They don't care how they live. They live in filth.
Thank you very much.
They wipe their ass with their hands. They all bathe together in fucking a pond. They're sickening and piss, cow piss.
1.5 million people showed up to vote in Michigan, and the Democrats.
It's ridiculous. And people like this right here, this white dude, he thinks he's going to be living next door to him in a nice neighborhood. He's a fucking idiot. And the thing about these people, they can wait us out 200 years. They have 10 to 15 kids each. We're having none, really. We're having the American people, white, black, I don't care, Filipino, Chinese, Asian, whatever.
As Michiganders in
Our
general,
children rate is so low.
Like America, we are the most diverse battleground state in the
We don't
country.
want a diverse
And so
country,
we know
asshole.
what that responsibility
We want
is.
the American
And I can
people
tell you
here.
what unites us.
We don't want the
We
third world
as
coming in here.
Democrats believe that every person
It's
should have
diverse
access
enough,
to
in my
health care.
opinion.
We as Democrats believe that we need to lower costs for families.
No,
We as
that's a
Democrats
talking point.
believe
You don't believe that.
that
You believe
it
in
is
free,
time
trying to
that
tell
we
everybody they're
focus
going to get
our
everything for
attention
free.
not on foreign
Just give
wars
us
of
your
choice
land, your
that
money,
are raising gas
go to
prices
work
for
and
every
slave. We're going
person
to take
here
your money.
and the price of groceries
We don't
for
believe
every
in
person
property,
here.
private
We
owners.
believe that
No
it's
one can own
time
property.
to focus on
There
America
shouldn't be no
first. They say
prisons.
we actually believe.
These people are sickening. That's why these people in their countries are, child rapists and, and
If everything
they're
that's
sick
happening in this
criminals.
country is not enough to unite,
because they don't
How
care.
about a Donald Trump supermajority
They don't believe in
on the Supreme
any
Court
of that
goes on
that we
for
believe
not
in.
just my
This is
generation,
a
but my
Christian
kids'
nation, and we have to
generation
keep
as
it that way.
We have a responsibility to come together, and we will.
We have a
will
diverse
unite
country
to
enough,
take
man.
this country back.
Don't you
I
see that?
guarantee it. Thank you.
We don't need them to be here to be a diverse country. That's my point. We have a diverse country, and it's fine the way it was. We don't need to have the third world countries coming in to make it diverse.
Plus, I really appreciate the question. You're right. That's the only play they got. They're going to point at me. They're going to point at my name. It's like, well, he's different.
Oh, you're just a
That's the best
liberal,
you got.
man. You're just,
You can't actually talk about
I
what
hate
you-
Trump.
My
You got
name is not
PDS so
raising
much
your gas
that
prices.
you guys are willing to give up
My
your
name
homes, your
is not
family,
taking us to
everything.
war.
For what?
My name is not
To have a
that you
neighbor
can't afford
that's
your groceries.
Durka
You know what it is?
Durka, so you
Their
can live
BS
next to one of these fuckers?
So you can point to my name all he wants, but I'll also tell you this: I've been in Abdul in Michigan my whole life.
Okay.
This is like the best place in the world to be Abdul. You know why? Because Michiganders they're big-hearted, they're open-minded, they're earnest, and they're gritty.
And your religion tells it all, buddy.
Michiganders are sick and tired
And the shit you believe in.
BS politics coming in to divide us when there's so much more we can unite to actually guarantee
Unite.
if we're willing to come together.
No, because we don't
So
believe in
all
your
my brother's
shit.
got
We
is
won't
that his
never
name
unite with
is
your
Abdul,
Islam,
and my name is
Muslim
Mike.
bullshit
You're gonna be
and
surprised
believe
how
that
many people
everything
are like,
should
yeah,
be
but that's
free
Abdul
and we
wants
should
to
just
bring
keep
down
giving.
the price
He
of my
just said
groceries and
it.
gas and stop us
Our
sending
money should be
abroad,
going to
make sure that I
other
got
children
healthcare.
in
So, yeah, I
other
like that
countries.
Abdul
No,
over
it
your
shouldn't.
Mike from Florida.
We already give so much fucking aid to all these other countries, not just the little tiny hat country. Everybody says, oh, we give so much money over there. Go look and see how much aid and shit we give to all these other countries. We give a lot more to a lot of other places. We shouldn't be. I say shut our borders down. We stop anyone from coming in here for the next 15 to 20 years. No one should be coming in this country being a citizen till we get this country fixed, get these illegals out of here, and fix this country. That's what I believe. Shut this fucking country down. Stop all this shit. Get it back to where it belongs. A Christian nation.
What I mean is that hurt people hurt people. Then maybe if we're serious about ending the hurt, we should stop.
I say we take the
hurting.
Europeans that came over here
I condemn the attack
during
Violent
the
anti-Semitic attack.
World,
I think it's
Cup
important
and
for
all
us
them
to
that came
ask
over here and they love our country, the common sense Europeans. Why don't we take them and do a exchange program and allow them to come over here and let's send these woke liberal nonsense people over there, since they love that communist shit so much and they love for their governments to control them. Why don't we send all of them over there? Shit, they would be fighting and kicking and screaming before they even got out their door if we went to take them and say, here, you're going to the UK, you're going over there to live where you don't have freedoms, you don't have so much stuff. Yeah, they got certain freedoms. They're not like, when you're getting arrested because you said something on Facebook, yeah, you don't have freedom over there.
We can be talking about.
So why don't we exchange all these people that love America that came over here for the World Cup and shit? We need to exchange program, exchange them with our woke nuts that have TDS. Seriously, they have Trump derangement syndrome so bad, they're willing to give up their whole ancestry, everything that their ancestors fought for this country and to make this country what it is. They're willing to hand it over that quick because they hate Trump. Trump's going to be out in a year or two. He's going to be done. Then what? What are you going to hate then? Seriously, what is it? You guys can't, you still will blame Trump for the next 20 fucking years. Oh, it's Trump, it's Trump, it's Trump, it's Trump. It makes me sick to know that you people are willing to give up your
race easily and
life and everything you have for somebody you don't even fucking know and don't even realize that their religion is going to try to take us over.
A little before 1 a.m., where both candidates outside
it's so whacked out, man. You people are whacked out.
We'd find out the result during.
Yeah, well, we just found out. Here he is. You guys got your man up there in Michigan. I know a few people that live in Michigan, and there's some good old chopperhead dudes, conservative dudes. I know they're not liking this today, and I can guarantee you they didn't vote for that dude. John James, who are you? Thank you, Michigan, for putting in a commie. Yay!
The fight for this state.
And it starts. And it starts.
All right, just got off stage, just won the nomination. So excited for your love, your trust, your support.
You're a
your prayers.
dumb
Now the
Democrat,
real
dude.
work starts.
Dumbass Democrat.
To fight for this
And
state.
this is
We
what
have 90
LBJ said. I'll have them voting for Democrat for the next 200 years. He was smart to get you guys. He was so smart. He promised you everything, convinced you and all. I like the common sense black guy. You know, I like the black people that have common sense, that know these quacks right here are quacks. You know what I mean? Like, I got some friends that are common sense dudes, and trust me, these people here are a joke. These Democrats are a joke.
days to defeat socialism.
They're
We
sheep.
cannot be patriots from our patio.
Patriots
we need to make our voice
from our
heard.
patio.
We need to do the right thing. Stand up. November 3rd is the date. We're going to push back.
You guys are something.
Republican operatives have viewed this very clearly for
Let's
months
see what
now.
Scott Jennings, who he's cooking
clearly
today.
gonna win. We've known it for a long time. I think a lot of Michigan Democrats fooled themselves into believing they had a chance to beat him, but he clearly had the momentum for months and months and months.
Free
I don't know how you
shit,
can
free
talk about
shit.
this race, though,
Free
without
shit.
talking about
They
the
promise you free.
continuance of this issue of Israel and how Jewish people are being treated in this country and abroad right now. I mean, you've got a
Fuck with
Democrat
that shit.
Attorney
I
General
get
in
so
Michigan,
sick of hearing about that fucking
Nussel,
country and those people.
who can't even go to her party.
No offense if you're
nominating
one.
convention because
you
she
know,
says she doesn't
whatever.
feel safe.
It's not the
because it's not
people,
safe
it's the
for Jews to go to a political
government
meeting.
over there. I get so it's just
This
a
is all
bad
wrapped up in
talking
this
point.
race. It's wrapped up in a
I'm
lot
so
of
sick of
races
hearing
around
it.
the country. It was wrapped up in these
Like the
primaries
number one
here in New York
excuse.
City. And this whole demonization of AIPAC. You know, AIPAC is made up of Jewish Americans. They're people who want to participate in politics. And so, yes, there are other issues being discussed. Yes, there's candidate qualities. Yes, there's tactics. But at the end of the day, it seems to me that is the motivating matter here.
Yep.
And the Democratic Party is making clear they want nothing to do with anybody who supports the fact that our ally Israel is fighting against these terrorists in the Middle East.
Why is AIPAC going after this guy? That would be the question. They're spending, what you said, $30 million? That's a lot of money. Is it because he's a Muslim guy? Is it because he's a hateful guy? It turns out his position is for a full military embargo of the state of Israel. Now, hold on a second. A full military embargo. Now, listen, he says he wants to condition aid. That's reasonable, defensible. Most Democrats feel that way at this point after Gaza. If he says no subsidies, that's defensible. He says we can't even sell weapons to Israel, even if they're defensive. So if this guy, so why is AIPAC so mad? This guy is saying that the United States government can't
they're our
even
number
sell
one ally.
defensive
Why couldn't
weapons
we sell
to
it to
Israel,
them?
which would make Israel completely defenseless.
People don't understand. If Israel seriously wasn't our ally, what I don't really get into that topic, but here's the thing. Do you understand those countries would keep on attacking the UK? Like, they would be attacking a lot more if it wasn't from Israel's defense. Seriously. If it wasn't from Israel's defense. Now, I'm not agreeing with everything Israel's government's done. Trust me. I promise you that. But we have to have allies in that over there. We have to have a defense. If not, Europe's getting hit. Other places is getting hit. People don't understand that because they have so much hate for Trump and Israel that they don't care. Let's get rid of them. Why? Then what? So the bombs can hit Europe and take our other allies out?
Now, that would be a reason for a group of people who cares about Israelis to say, this is not our guy.
So, Van, can I just say
If yeah, but you Democrats say you care about everybody. You care about everybody. Everybody's no one's illegal. Everybody should deserve to just live and have rights and this and that. But now you want to get rid of these people? You don't like these people? You don't care about their lives, the children, the women either? Huh. Funny, the standards that you guys have. Get real. This is the only common sense fucking Democrat in the party, and I'm surprised they ain't got him out of there yet.
Are proud to Georgia, in Texas, we have great ones, but I have a real problem with people that are.
They will sacrifice their own children,
or that they love communist kinds of regime, and under those kinds of policies.
Red Hood, Beyond, I don't know who you are, but you sound like you have some common sense. Thanks for having some common sense.
In danger, and now that could, and now people like Sanders after what he's done in Maine with Plattner, and now it's like it's creating more kinds of chaos. And now it's like, will you own the blowback and making it much more difficult to defend this seat? Georgia, in Texas, we
I don't hate anybody.
but I
the
have
hell
a real
out of my
problem with
audience.
people that are proud to campaign people that loved Hamas or that they love communist kinds of regime and under those kinds of policies overall. And that's why I'm saying objectively as a Democrat in the Senate saying,
No, we're not a
puts
Muslim
that
nation
seat,
yet.
in danger. And now that could, and now people like Sanders, after what he's done in Maine with Plattner, and now it's like it's creating more kinds of chaos. And now it's like, will you own the blowback and making it much more difficult to defend this seat? Georgia, in Texas, we have great ones, but
John
I have a real
Featherman,
problem
buddy, I
with
think that
people
stroke woke you up a little bit. Here's some kind of debate stuff. Do y'all ever watch this?
Please keep going. I would love
This
for you to go
guy
for
right here. I tell you the
systemic
truth. This officer, what's his name? Officer something. Oh, Tatum, Officer Tatum. This dude's goofy, man. This dude's goofy. He's a paid adversary, in my opinion. I did a video on him. I put on members only. It's private, I think, or it's in my playlist. This motherfucker, oh, not crying. Now, yeah, I'm not with everybody on that side. Trust me. I'm not a woke liberal. Trust me. I'm not a commie. I'm American. But this dude here, man, this dude, I don't know. He's goofy sometimes, man. I can't figure him out. He's, what's he stand for? Who's he for?
Stop in America. I don't think there was real systemic racism.
It's for that money.
Keep going, please keep going. I would love for you to go for the rest of the time on that.
I do not believe
yeah.
that there's been systemic racism in America that's been a primary reason why black people cannot succeed.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Though. There's not no damn racism enough for black. There's more black successful people than me. How are they being held back? There's a lot of rich black people out there.
But they have a personal responsibility.
It has a lot of successful black people.
No, look.
And that's why I'm asking you, when did it stop? Because theoretically, that should be the moment when we're all
Are you saying that black people are not responsible for the decisions that they make?
I'm saying everyone has agency. Everyone can
everyone is
everyone does everything. People have had
so therefore, if you do the right things like you did, you have an opportunity to be successful, which is equal to just about anybody else, no matter what color you are.
Exactly.
You think white people better than you.
I agree with that now.
Why do you think
I agree?
I'm the one that's saying that black people have an opportunity.
He's goofy sometimes,
to be successful
but I
in this
agree with
country
him on that.
just as well as anybody else. You don't believe that, so you think white people are better than you.
I agree that off Tatum, you're a little goofy sometimes, brother. But I do agree with you on this point. If you do the right shit, you can succeed. And no white person can hold you down or hold you back. Man, you guys don't know what racism is because you see a bunch of dudes dressed the same and carry American flags. Y'all think that's racism? That's not racism. Go to prison. That's where the real white racism is. It's prison. It ain't. Trust me, if you fuckers seen any of those, if these Democrats say abolish prisons, you seen these real motherfucking people come out of prison? Trust me, you would be screaming, lock them back up. That's where the real shit happens. These people out here in the street hollering America, MAGA, whatever, that's not racism. You guys don't have a clue what racism really is. You don't know who out here is really racist. These people ain't racist. Go to prison. You'll find the real people. White, black, Latino, every one of them. They have their own people.
Perhaps could have been, we should do more to prevent crime and poverty in black communities, right? That's a way of framing.
I think Brandon is a great guy, by the way. I do know him personally. He's helped me out a lot, especially as a person who's new to commentating and having a political show. And I think he's very nice to these people. I think these people do not deserve
Look at this dude's
how
face.
nice he was.
Like, who farted?
I think they are ignorant.
They are ignorant.
I think
they're ignorant liberals.
Overly emotional. I think they
Oh,
can't
they are.
actually point to numbers and studies
Liberals.
that proves the way that they see the world. It's their feelings and
they're in their
limiting
feelings.
beliefs that have been passed down from
Yep.
one generation to the next is what they point to.
They're all in the feelings.
See, they say that the system is racist because they were told that the system is racist,
Yep.
not because it is.
Exactly. Not because it is.
They
It's
think
because
that
they're
white people are
told
a
by
problem
Democrats.
because their ancestors
And they
were in
believe
slavery.
it. Yeah. 400
That
years
doesn't
ago.
exist
Get
today.
over it.
You see, there's a
How many white
fundamental
people died to
disconnect from
free
what the
them?
results show versus what people say, particularly in black culture.
Yep.
And here's the interesting part. You know
Goofies.
it's bad
Goofy.
when black people are so obsessed with white men saying that they are the reason why they can't get ahead when
Yeah.
it's black people killing each other.
Exactly. Go to Chicago. Go look at the statistics in Chicago. Go over and look in Chicago every weekend, every fucking weekend. Yeah, look here. Muslims ain't the problem, are they? Muslims ain't, yeah, they're not doing nothing bad, are they? Yeah, their religion's not bad. That's what you people say, right? That's what you people say. Oh, they're not
a lot
bad.
of American flags out there at that event. Looks like a great event, by the way. I love all the colors, right? Such colorful
Says they're
outfits. They're not all
taking
wearing the
over.
same
Tells the
stupid thing,
U.S.
all black,
They're taking
like,
over.
covered head to
And
toe
this
in
is why people have issues with this. People like Michigan Muslims and Minnesota Somalis and all these Muslims. And what gets me, I got in an argument with a guy once, a black guy on a panel. He got mad. I didn't even know the motherfucker. I was on a panel, a guy's panel, and he came up on panel because I said something. And he's like, don't you be talking about our brothers. Them are our people from Africa. They're our Somali brothers. And I'm like, yeah, but you're the same motherfucking people that sit and said, those people have nothing to do with us black Americans. They're fucking taking our resources. How many black people did I see on social media and around the country sit and say they're taking shit that was supposed to be ours? They're taking resources. When Joe Biden opened up the borders, I seen it over and over. Well, they're taking the resources out of it. They're giving them free hotels, money, food stamps, EBT. They're taking our resources. We don't like them. But as soon as the white guy said it, oh, he got triggered and he was like, oh, fuck you, dude. Them are our people. And I was like, really? Now you want to claim them when a white guy says, fuck them, Somalis? Because those tamales ain't worth shit. They ain't here for you. They don't even like you. And he gets mad. He's like, they're our brothers. I'm like, really? Ain't you the same guy that's sitting there saying they're taking our stuff? That stuff was supposed to be ours first. So really? And this is a Democrat, woke liberal dude's mindset. Expecting we deserve the EBT first. We deserve the Section 8. We deserve the welfare. Instead of saying, you know what? They don't need it. They need to do what we do, work. And no, he didn't say that. He was more, we want free shit. Excuse me. We want free shit and we deserve the free shit and welfare. That's the mindset. Get out of that mindset. You don't need welfare. Go to work. Pay your bills. You don't need welfare and free housing and free food. I hate that shit when somebody says, well, that was supposed to be out. Well, you're really proud to say that was supposed to be our welfare. And then you wonder who's running the community. It's not the white people making your community bad. It's people like you that sit and say, we deserve the welfare. We don't need to work. We deserve the free shit. That's the Democrat mindset in the black people's mind, not all, but some, that the Democrat blacks that sit and say that shit. And that's the destruction of their community, not the white man. And this right here is coming, guys. It's here. It's here. You're just not seeing it as much as you think, but it's out there.
Yeah, not a lot of American flags out there at that event.
Yeah, where was that? Well,
yeah, not a lot of American
Dearborn,
flags out
Michigan.
there at that
Wait
event.
a minute. But we don't have a Muslim problem, do we? We don't have an Islamic Muslim problem, do we? Look at that. And then that guy says, I've been here since birth. I love Michigan and America. They lie to your face. That's their religion. They're allowed to. They're allowed to do whatever to deceive and all that bullshit. This is what you got to look forward to, Michigan. Your females in the durkas and all that bullshit. Your children taken away at 10 years old. Your daughters. Yeah, that's what you vote for. That's what you want. It's coming to you.
Looks like a great event, by the way. I love all the colors, right? Such colorful outfits. They're not all wearing the same.
It's coming
stupid
for
thing,
you.
All black, like covered
It's
head to
coming.
toe in the middle of summer. Great job, guys. This is happening all across
Hillbillies.
and
What the
all
fuck's
across
a
America.
hillbilly?
That is
I
not
live
what
in a
assimilation
holler.
looks like. That is
I'm
what
a hillbilly
invasion
living in
looks
a
like.
holler.
Instead of assimilation, it is total domination. And most people don't even realize this is happening, even in Michigan. And then you see this. What's happening?
I get it. I get it.
Right now. A man named Abdul
Whoa.
al-Said is about to become the first
And he is.
Muslim
They just
socialist ever
announced it.
nominated
He
for
is the
United
winner.
States Senate in Michigan.
He
And does
is
kinda
the winner
look
to the
like
primary. He will be going against the
you
other
might
dude.
be familiar with? Maybe that other socialist Muslim
That,
who's
yep.
always smiling,
Socialist
the one in
Muslim.
New York City. But that's not Zohran Mandami. This is Abdul al-Said, which isn't even his full name.
My whole name is Abdurrahman.
Yeah. Lake Michigan's rough.
That's the whole name.
He won, guys.
Yep,
He's
that's
your
terrific.
candidate.
Senator, that's what he just said.
That's
from the state
awful.
Of Michigan in
That's
November,
fucking sad.
Maybe. This is happening
That's
in
what
Michigan,
you
by
you
the way.
pay, you
Think
play,
about that.
guys.
Michigan.
Don't bitch, Michigan.
You ever look around and ask
Don't start
yourself,
complaining
like,
if he
what
wins
is
in
happening
November
this
and
country?
shit starts being
Abdul
hell for you.
al-Said is not a
Don't
symbol
come
of
running to the
progress. He is a
south
symbol of
like
what
most
the
of
left
these
has
people have
to this
done.
country. An immigrant from another Muslim country
Exactly.
who could become a senator. And wouldn't you know it, he thinks that all immigrants should be treated just like American
Yeah,
citizens.
he
even if
does.
they're here illegally.
Yeah.
We've also got to make sure that in this state, we are not discriminating by documentation status. Right now, if you're undocumented, you don't get access
This
to a
is
driver's
sick.
license. So you're stuck. You don't get access to a lot of the basic things.
You don't
that
need a
offer
driver's
illegally.
license.
And I
You
think that's
can't
ridiculous.
drive.
And so we've got to stop
That's
discrimination.
been proven by these semi drivers. They don't even know what a damn road sign says. They can't read road signs. They've killed American people, families, children, women, because they don't know how to hit a brake pedal. They don't know what it says when it says no U-turn or no this or that. They don't need driver license. They don't need documentation. They need a fucking plane ride back home.
Discriminating that way.
This dude, you guys think this dude ain't radical? This dude is something.
Abdul, I'm sorry, it's not discrimination. Illegal immigrants are
Exactly.
not American citizens.
Exactly.
Again,
It's not
illegal
discrimination.
Immigrants are not American citizens, meaning they should not have access to what the state offers. Real,
Exactly.
actual American citizens. There's a difference, and this is
It's
just
a big
madness.
difference.
Abdul is from Egypt, and guess what? Abdul, we looked into it, and if I moved to
See?
Egypt tomorrow, they would not.
He's
give me
not
a
from.
driver's
He ain't been here. He may have been here. He may have got here when he was young, but he ain't been. He wasn't born here, obviously. If he's from Egypt,
license there either, because I'm not Egyptian, I'm American. But this is the insanity of the left today. And then there's this ultra woke narrative on the left that Israel right now is committing genocide in Gaza. I'm sure you've heard this. We rarely talk about this.
it's a
on
war.
this show,
People
but it
die. Get
matters
over it.
tonight. So stay with me. It matters tonight because of people like Abdul al-Said, the anti-Israel Muslim that's pushed this narrative that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza for years.
You struggle for the healthcare you need, and meanwhile, our government.
This is what they
sends
believe: free health
a
care.
foreign country
Ask
of 10
anyone
million
on
people that's
from
outside the state of
Canada
Michigan,
about their
millions
health
of our
care.
tax dollars every single
It sucks. They have
And
to
then
wait
watch that
6,
country
7
do a
months, a
genocide
year before they even
on
get
top of the
anything
apartheid
done.
that it does on baseline.
It's not health
And then
care.
take us to a war that we had no business fighting.
It's slowly
You see
dying.
how casually he inserts that? How casually this Muslim immigrant that no one ever heard of before
People
this
are
election
whacked
cycle
out,
claims that
man.
Israel
You guys don't
is
have a
committing
clue
genocide
what's going
in Gaza.
on.
Genocide.
You really
We hear it all
don't.
the time. What is it? Well, it's defined as an action, quote, committed with the intent to destroy a racial or religious group, which is interesting because the population in Gaza has actually grown over the last 3 years. So that's some horrific
Yeah.
genocide. Way to go,
No
Israel.
shit.
If that's a genocide, the Israelis are terrible at genocide. Population is supposed to go in the opposite direction during a genocide. If that's a real genocide, why are the Israelis sending food and medical supplies into Gaza after October 7th? Think about that. That's some genocide, right? What a genocide, Israel. And
But
why
they don't
are
believe the
Israelis
pictures,
dropping
though. They
leaflets
won't believe
letting
the
citizens
reports.
in Gaza know where military strikes
Oh,
are going to
that's
happen
fake.
when
That's
the war
fake.
was happening. Great genocide, Israel.
They
Great
did
job.
level that place, didn't they? God Almighty, they leveled that. This man was caught in the woman's bathroom. Yeah, he would never be in a woman's bathroom again. I can promise you that.
Democratic candidate who's all in on abolishing the police and is running for
This
governor
is
of
Bill
Wisconsin.
Maher. He's the only smart
I
middle
think that my perfect
moderate there
world
is.
would be a world
He's an
without
idiot.
prisons, because we all see the humanity in one another.
Yeah, go let
and then
these
we
people
know
out of prison,
nobody's
lady.
disposable.
Go let them out of prison. See what they go, just go walk in a prison with all these men that you want free out here in your neighborhood and see what they do to you. Or the women. Go into a woman's prison. See what the women do to you. That's even better. Go to a woman's prison and walk in there freely in the pod with all these women on the yard or whatever. See what they do to you. And you want these people out here in your neighborhood? No, they don't. They want them in our neighborhoods. They live in the gated communities, and they want these criminals and these people in prison in our neighborhoods. Just like they sit and say, these illegals have the right to be here. But guess what happens as soon as we send them to Martha's Vineyard? Within 30 minutes, they had them fuckers out of there, didn't they? Yeah, Ron DeSantis and them sent them straight up to Martha's Vineyard. And guess what? They done had buses in there. They came in and got them quickly. You know why? Because they don't want them. They don't want illegals in this country either. They don't want them in their neighborhoods. They want them in our neighborhoods. You can go back and see every president from Bill Clinton, Bush, Clinton to Obama, every one of them sitting there. There's proof, and it says, and it shows them talking in Congress and everything. Illegal. They're going to get rid of illegal migration, illegal immigrants. They don't, even Hillary Clinton sitting there saying we need to deport them. They need to step forward, tell us who they are. We need to get rid of them. Even Obama deported more illegals than anyone in history. But you guys, that's your Messiah, right? That's your savior. Obama was your Messiah. I mean, they can't do wrong, huh? But when they deported them, it was okay. But now that Trump's deporting them and all this, it's not okay. You guys are sickening. Your brains are like peanuts about that big. But this lady here wants no prisons. You know why? Because they're not going to be in their neighborhoods. They're going to be in your neighborhoods, my neighborhoods. I don't want those people I've been to prison. I know what kind of people's in there. I don't want them people around my family. I don't want them around my neighbors in my town. They need to stay where they're at. That's why it's a prison, to keep the bad people in.
And is running for governor of Wisconsin says, I think that
if I'm hated for that, I'm hated for that.
Prisons, because we all see the humanity in one another, and then we know.
Yes, we need to love these people that cut people's heads off and all that shit. We need to love these people that unalive kids and all this stuff. Yeah, we need to love them, embrace them. We all have humanity. We all want to see these people, sitting around the bonfire with us, and you people are jokes.
Oh, nobody's disposable. Well, murder victims are.
Exactly.
What's your response to that?
These people are sick.
No, the governor cannot defund the police, and I won't defund the police. And I'm not interested in abolishing prisons. What I am interested in is being serious about safety.
Look at you, lady. Safety.
Ensuring that law enforcement
look
has
at you.
The training that they need, and that we're holding
your lies. I see your lies, lady.
It also means that we
I see your lies.
Causes if we're going to be tough on crime and investing in the things that we know prevent crime, like funding schools.
Seems I've gained a few subscribers. Thank you, guys.
We have mental health resources and addiction resources.
For you guys that subscribe, thank you.
They're healthier.
And this news lady, look at her. She's such a joke. Trump, I don't even think she goes back to the White House anymore, does she really? Like Trump has just trolled her ass so much and dogged her so much. She's ridiculous. So, and she is a pretty, well, not pretty. She's not that pretty. She is a pretty woman. I mean, she's got a nice body, all that. The one on the left, the news anchor, whatever her name is, I forget her name. But her attitude makes her so ugly. God, it does. Her mouth, her way of thinking, questions, just everything about it makes her ugly.
And
I like to see her in a bathing suit though. I like dark hair women. And this little Asian lady,
those photos that
her eyes, I mean, I don't know, little fish, but big fucking eyes. You know what I mean? God almighty, she got some big eyes.
You have to, because the real story is when you look at our campaign events and the people who are organizing.
I'm being mean, guys.
And coming together at
she's cute.
And
if she just had the right mindset, if she wasn't such a fucking woke liberal, she might be cute. She got a big fucking forehead, though.
Talking to people who may have not have voted in the last 6 years. There is an immense amount of joy and creativity.
I love getting y'all stirred up in the chat.
To be engaged in politics. That's what this campaign is about. And we're talking about the issues that they care about. And I think it's important that we help voters.
Yeah, Chinese agent for sure. I definitely believe it. They're all turning out to be fucking agents and shit, man. They Caitlin Collins, is that her name? You totally agree, lowbrow or low and brow? Okay. Cool. I'm glad you agree. Finally, we got some people in here that agree. I mean, seriously, cute. They're cute as hell. Good looking women. They're just their attitude makes them so ugly. Like, you know, my Lord. Yeah, I agree. Didn't they just bust another one that is an agent that was an undercover agent? Like, come on, man.
Should they be, Mr. Snyder, if somebody's in this country without permission, should they be allowed to get health care on the backs of the American taxpayer? Yes or no?
Hell no. He don't know.
My own view is if people need health care, they should receive it.
See, so yes, basically, if somebody needs health care that's not an American citizen, we should have to pay for their shit. Guess what? We're already paying for the prisoners. We pay for their health care. Y'all don't think they got health care? Shit, they come out better health than we are. They have medical centers in prison. And if the state doesn't have them in the prisons, they have a separate whole medical facility for prisoners, just for prisoners. They have dental offices, they have surgery rooms, they have everything. We pay for all their health care, their food, all that shit, especially if it's a state prison, federal. If it's a private one, then we don't. I'm sure we pay something through there somehow.
Somebody who is here illegally should have their health care paid for by the American taxpayer.
Do you know how many people's in prison across America? I wonder if we even know the real numbers.
No, just have to get, that's a simple yes or no question. Somebody's in this country.
I agree with
somebody's. Let me just restate it. So
yes, if they need emergency care, yes.
So the taxpayer.
So anyone that goes in the emergency room should have their shit took care of. For free. Now, I don't want to see somebody, you know, dying or anything like that. I don't want to see anybody hurt. I don't believe in, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if this motherfucker just got shot or something, happened, yeah, don't let them die. I mean, they need to be seen to. But, someone going in and that's illegal and taking their kid, oh, we got the flu here. We're going to run so many tests. We're going to charge $4,000 or $5,000 to the American people. Fuck that. You know what I mean? We don't need to pay for people's shit.
America should pay for the health care.
Send them home. Let them go back to their own country where their own free health care is.
No. Congress never decided. No.
That's the problem. We can't.
If you needed emergency health care and you went to any other country on earth, would you get it for free?
Nope.
Well, the countries that I've gone to, yes.
Oh, okay. Where?
Went into
Canada.
For example, let's take Spain.
Canada.
Incredibly difficult visa standards. If you went to Spain and needed heart surgery, you think the Spanish government would give it to you gratis?
I can't speak to Spain.
But do you think that's but it's interesting. I wonder if my Democrat colleagues would agree with that. That if people who broke into this country illegally should get health care. Mr. Snyder, if somebody broke into your home, would you make them dinner?
No, I would not.
Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Why wouldn't you, buddy?
They need help. What if they're starving?
Yeah.
What if somebody
come on, answer the question there.
Would you not feed them?
See, they ain't for all this shit they speak. They just spit lies out, dude. All it is a power trip to get into power, positions of power, money. They don't believe in all these illegals running free in this country. They can say it all they want in front of a camera. Illegals have the right. Everybody has the right to this land. No, they don't. Now, if they come over and conquer us, then they do. Just like we conquered the Native Americans. I know I come from the Native Americans. My granny and my great-grandmother was Cherokee Indians, Native Americans, real Native Americans. My uncle, I'm telling you, my dad's brother, all my family come from we came from Europe. My great grandfather, and there was two brothers that came here, landed in Virginia. One came here, one went north. I think we can't locate where they went. We tried, but we've run our ancestry. We run to the Cherokee Indians out of East Tennessee and North Carolina. Like I said, my grandmother, my great grandma, and they came and worked the land, and so I'm really, and then they came from Europe, from a little town under London. It's right below London, like maybe 50 to 100 miles below London. But they're my ancestries, the bloodline. We come from European. We have a little Australian. We have German. We have like 4 or 5, and guarantee you, trust me, everybody, if everybody run their DNA, their family bloodline ancestry, I promise you, you all got 4 or 5 different places where your ancestors come from. I guarantee it. Guarantee you're not just one. You're from one country, and that's it. Maybe I'm from America. I'm American, but my DNA, my bloodline runs from the Cherokee Indians, from Europeans to Australian to German to Irish to Polish. We come out of the Appalachians and the Cherokee Nations, and trust me, you've got more than just 1 or 2, DNA in you. Who's that? Marsha Blackburn. Ain't she running for Tennessee? Yeah, I think she's running for the state of Tennessee or something. Governor or Senate or something. Marsha Blackburn. Yeah. President Trump. Marsha Blackburn is an incredible person.
Power of the socialists and the progressives will be tested beyond the big blue cities. But the big drama is in Michigan, where polls start closing at the bottom of this hour. So AOC's best bud, Dr.
Yeah, they could. They come in legally to get,
licensed to practice medicine, as we all know. But he wants you to trust him to heal the U.S. economy.
Get down.
He's a hard left radical, and he's favored to beat the more moderate.
Well, he just beat her, but honey, he just beat her.
Remember, Michigan, key battleground state in 2028. And my friends, that is coming like a freight train. Meanwhile, in Missouri, former squad member Cori Bush, she's trying to ride the new socialist wave and resurrect her political career in a rematch against Congressman Wesley Bell. So we're about to find out how effective the socialist propaganda machine is in the flyover states. My Anglin moments, but first, we do start tonight in Michigan, where Fox News senior national.
Well, we know how that turned out. He just won. You know what? Michigan, you pay, you play. In my opinion, you're going to get everything you deserve.
God forbid you're going to have President Elsa.
Let's see.
Want the next administration, whoever,
Cat.
God forbid you're going to have President El Sayed in 3 years. We don't want him to undo all the incredible work that we've been doing when we've been taking out the fraudsters and saving the American people money. And in order to make this really work, we need our colleagues in Congress to really codify some of this stuff to make sure that it becomes law. And again, this is the sort of thing where, while I see only Republicans surrounding us today, we really have been able to work in some cases with Democratic governors and Democratic attorneys generals on the anti-fraud task force. And we would love,
it's amazing.
Really holding my breath, but we
Democrats actually enjoy fraud,
to codify some of the anti-fraud actions.
It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy to just think that these people want, they don't want to work with anybody just because, we're Republican or we're this or that, we're conservative. So they don't want to work with the embezzlement, the money, the fraud. I can tell you why, because they're getting kickbacks, their campaigns are getting it. Get down. So, I mean, it is what it is, silly, but it's true, So, I mean, here, why don't we do this real quick, guys? Seriously, let's do this for a second. Let's see. If you can hear this, let me know. Let's see. I've got to go to the bathroom and get me a water. Can you hear that? Let's see. Let's see here. Let me get this back on stage. Huh. Why is that not playing? Okay, let's see here. Let's see right here. All right. Let's see. That's not playing. Let's see if I can find this again. Let's see. Open Sesame. Y'all hear that?
Ride for the rights.
Yeah.
There's a rider rolling into town, camera in his hand. Brandon Ray's just testing what this country's meant to stand. Standing on a public sidewalk, filming what he sees, asking one simple question: do you respect these liberties? Some folks get uneasy, let their tempers fly, reaching for the phone before they even ask him why. If you're out where the public gathers, don't let panic lead the way. Take a breath, know your rights, and carry on your day. He's riding for the rights, under red, white, and blue. The First Amendment wasn't made for only just a few. Speak your mind, hold your ground, let freedom have its say. That's the promise of the Constitution every single day. You don't have to like the message, you don't have to agree, but liberty means protecting voices, keeping people free. Brandon Ray keeps asking questions, standing where he may, riding for the rights across the USA.
That's my big guy.
Speak on the hot button issues, tell you what he believes, knowing someone else can disagree. And
I had to take a pee break. I'm telling you, I can't sit here for a couple hours, make you have to. I'm on a water pill anyway.
But freedom
I got to pee over 5 minutes. I've been holding for a minute.
for anger shouting, no need to make a scene. Respect goes both directions.
I'm doing good, man.
That's what liberty can mean. The Constitution guards the right for people to
We can discuss some politics and all kinds of shit. You want to come on? I'll send you a link on Discord.
Some unrest. He's riding for the rights.
Come on and hang out.
Red, white, and blue.
Little bit.
First Amendment wasn't made for
Let me know.
only just a few. Speak your mind, hold your ground.
Talk a little bit about
Let
Michigan.
freedom have its say.
The guy that won
That's the promise
a
of
minute
the
ago. Before we've been discussing.
Constitution every single day. You don't have to like the message, you
Up to you.
don't have to agree, but liberty means protecting voices, keeping people free. Brandon Ray keeps asking questions, standing where he may, riding for the rights across the USA. Chrome shines in the sunlight,
All right.
engines singing loud. Freedom isn't measured by the size of any crowd. From mountains to the shoreline, every highway tells the tale of a nation built on liberty that still can prevail. So before you judge another, hear the words they have to say. Rights belong to everyone. That's the American way. He's riding for the rights, from the cities to the plains, through the desert, heat and thunder, through the sunshine and the rain, with a camera and conviction and the freedom to believe, standing on the Constitution's promises we all receive. Whether biker, friend or neighbor, every voice should have its day. That's the road that Brandon Ray keeps riding all the way. Freedom rolls forever, let that anthem proudly play across this land of liberty, the good old USA.
And the reason it says writing, a buddy of mine, a guy I know, I should say, Old Mac, he made that song for me. And this is what I ride across the USA. This is my 2 Harleys here. I gave this orange, it's actually orange, it's not red. It looks red in the picture. This orange and black Harley Sportster I gave to my daughter. She rides as well. So, and then I ride, this is an ultra classic, the blue and black one. That's what I ride. So yeah, so it is what it is, my man. Yeah, so that's a song that was made for my channel. Like I said, this is what's going to be the hot topic news for the next hour or so. Talking about the guy in Michigan that won, blah blah blah. Okay, I should take over. Okay, let's see what this is.
Curious to get, obviously, you're behind this. What do you believe, or why do you believe Judge Allison Burroughs, her ruling, it crossed the line from a legal disagreement to an impeachable offense?
Well, when you look at the recent case just weeks ago, Mullen versus Doe, the president has complete authority to end TPS, temporary protected status, and so
Rolling, yeah, the Obama judge.
History of activism. So when Harvard was using race-based admissions, the Trump administration
surely they didn't do that.
To withhold federal dollars. It was this judge that blocked that attempt. It's this judge who can continually.
Surely these colleges didn't do that
against the Trump administration, not because of true legal basis, but because of her activism as a judge. So if she wants to be an activist, she can take off her robe and go do
exactly. Go be an activist outside your workplace, lady. Get the hell out of there.
Articles of impeachment.
Representative,
I
that
agree.
Americans watching what's been going on in the court system, could get the sense.
If you're over
that
on
the
Rumble,
judicial
make sure you
system is
follow the
trying to
channel over there,
run the
guys.
entire
Thanks for
country
tuning
and is
in
trying
on
to
Rumble.
enforce the policies that they
Make
want.
sure you
Is that
follow
the
us
sense
over
that
there
you're
as
getting,
well.
and what might be the impetus behind trying to shut this down?
Absolutely. I mean, our founding fathers warned us against a too powerful judiciary. And what you're seeing over time is that the judiciary has become another legislative branch of government. Now,
colleges turned crazy over that time.
The judiciary to
These professors and these
I believe
people in college, they went wokey
telling
dokey.
these judges, you do your job, we'll do ours. But if you're going to try and legislate,
Trump seen to that though, didn't he? He's like, hey, you guys want to go woke? You'll go broke. You won't get any federal funding. I mean, how much does Harvard charge for a fucking one student a semester? 150, 200K? But why do they need federal funding if they're charging these people this much money? Why do they need the taxpayer money? Why do they need money from the government if they're charging their students 100, 200K for a semester? Any college. I mean, seriously, like, now I think education should be, this is hard to put because I'm like on the fence with education. If it's real education and not propaganda talk, bullshit ideology, woke ideology in the colleges. Because we know most of them come out with an art degree or associate degree or something. They go to work at Starbucks and you'll see them out here protesting, blah, blah, blah. Don't even know what they're protesting for. Here's the thing. If you're going for a trade skill, mechanics, building, electrical, stuff like that. I believe it should all be free. I believe any student that wants to go to a trade school should never have to come out of school in debt. They should get to go to them trade schools for free because they're contributing to society. When they come out and they go to work, they're building society. They're helping society. They're contributing to something. You know what I mean? Like they're keeping people, like if you're a mechanic, you're keeping people on the road so they can go to work. You're helping our society. Now, if you want to go to Harvard just to say I went to Harvard and I got a law degree, but I don't use it because I stand out here with a sign in my hand saying no kings, no king. Why'd you even go to college? You should have to pay for stupidity. Trust me, a lot of people have to pay for stupidity. It's why there's jails and prisons, because people make stupidity decisions.
Bench, and you do so in violation of law.
But I agree. This judge has no right in her position to do that. You want to be an activist, go out like he said, take the robe off, go out here and protest. If you want to be a judge and do the right thing.
Against you, and I think this is a case where she's standing with Somalis who are defrauding the United States government and the taxpayers versus standing with
tells you the Democrat Party.
System. I think Americans are tired of this crap, and quite frankly, I think if there is an impeachment that should move forward, it should be this one.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Because they're standing with the fraudsters.
How this
They don't want American people to succeed. They want these come in, take over. I mean, have you guys not woke up yet? Come on, man. It's there in your face and you're not even seeing it. Look at her.
A lot of these young people seeing him is a lot of the same thing that they saw, it sounds like, in Zoran Mamdani. And
look at all of them. You can tell the whole fucking Michigan they're all Muslim. Pretty soon, the people I know in Michigan, those guys and their family, they need to move the fuck out of there because I know they're not Muslim. Trust me. They some good people. They're good homegrown Americans. They belong in the South, in my opinion. And I know these people personally. Like I've been face to face, camped with them, everything. These people are great people that I know. They're not fucking this. And Michigan is taking over, especially Dearborn and stuff like that. It's sad that, and that's what they're doing to Texas. Tennessee. They're fixing to do it to Tennessee. And I hope the Tennessee people up there do not fucking allow it. They just put a mosque right in the middle of fucking Gatlinburg. Like, really? Like, that is like the rednecks fucking Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg is like the South's redneck, Southern rednecks, Vegas, basically. And that's what they call it. And all these country folk and rednecks that go there and spend their hard-earned money and everything, not just that live there, is going to allow this. There's a guy that made a video and now they're trying to buy more land somewhere to build a bigger mosque. And they're trying to say it's something else, but we know it is. So the Tennessee people up there in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, man, you people, you guys are crazy. You're going to look like Dearborn, Michigan and Pigeon Forge for long.
While a lot of people kind of,
I mean, look at them. Y'all think these people are they smile in your face and they'll stab you in the back as soon as you turn around.
The mayor of New York City, and
people have no clue. Yeah, there you are. There you are. Good morning there, Salty.
They are speaking to the issues that a lot of these young Americans have right now. Now, the problem is their solutions, of course, are terrible, but they feel heard and they feel seen. And he's a cool guy. And unfortunately for Haley Stevens, she's got a bit of an accent and she kind of gets made fun of a lot of times online. So it hasn't really done her any favors. But he seems to be the one with the energy behind him.
It's so interesting because you watch what's
maybe
going
that's
on
it.
with the
Maybe that'll work.
Voices in the Democratic Party. John,
a lot of
I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try it.
Seeing him is a lot of the same thing that they saw, it sounds like, in Zoran Mamdani. And while a lot of people kind of laughed him off,
let me know if that works or not. We should go to it.
And
Salty, my buddy, my brother.
These DSA and socialist candidates, they are speaking to the issues that a lot of these young Americans have right now. Now, the problem is their solutions, of course, are terrible,
I agree.
But they feel heard and they
Salty,
feel
my
seen.
brother, man. I know you're probably not in Dearborn. I don't know. You don't have to dox yourself and tell me where you're at. I think I forget where exactly you're at. I'm not going to say if I do remember. What do you think about this dude winning there, man, in your state? This is your state. I mean, come on, bro. Why the hell? Which I know he just won the primary. He's going to go against what's his name, the Republican, in November. But this is and he just won. They just confirmed it a few minutes ago, like an hour ago, I think. This is wild, man. You guys, Dearborn's like, it's insane, man. And I'm sorry if you say, I know a few of them. They're nice. Yes, they have the right to be nice due to their religion. They have the right to be nice to your face. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I can't do it. I can't trust my family with these people, especially the ones that are not from here.
He's a cool guy, and unfortunately for Haley Stevens,
hey, he's
a
cool.
It's like, he kind of gets made fun of a lot of times online.
Just like
so it hasn't
Myron Gaines.
Done her any favors.
I'm not going to lie.
Seems to be the one with the
born and raised in America.
No, it's so interesting because you watch what's
He's a
going
Muslim.
on with
I
the
don't trust
strongest
him.
voices in the Democratic Party, John.
A lot of these
Don't trust
young
him.
people.
That a deal with Iran could happen as early as today. In an interview,
He
with
may
Fox
be a
News,
cool
the
guy, but I
president
don't
said
trust him.
talks took place all day on Tuesday, and that very good things are happening. He told Trace
He's
Gallagher.
been saying they're going to get hit really hard for the last year. And then they say we hit them hard. We took out everything they got. Then why are we still hitting them? If we took out everything they got, like everybody claims, honestly, I want to know if we really hit them a year ago and took out their shit, why do we still have to hit them? I mean, honestly, like if they're here's my opinion, honestly, if they're that big of a threat, if somebody is that big of a threat to this world and not just our country, but to the world, and these people are so hell-bent on destroying the whole world so they can push their stuff, and these people are such a threat, just like people say in America, if this person is such a threat, why are they not locked up? They should be in prison. They shouldn't be in the public eye. They shouldn't be allowed around anybody in public. And I believe that. If somebody's that big of a threat, they should not be allowed in public. So, but if these people are so bad, I mean, and I know they are, they holler, they hate us. I know what they've done. Trust me, I'm almost 46. I know. I'm telling you right now, I'm going by TOS. I'm doing what I can, say what I can. I'm telling you right now, if they're such bad people, why are they still here? Why are they still there? Honestly. Why do we have to make a deal? Why not just do what we did on Japan? Let them start over and do right like Japan did. Now, they had to learn a lesson, and they learned it. Did they not? They may not be our best ally or nothing, but they learned a lesson. After World War II, they rebuilt. They learned their lesson. So why not let these people learn their lesson? Quit doing these, we're going to hit them hard and hit them here and hit them here, but it doesn't do any difference. They still come back. Hit them one time and be done with it, and then let them rebuild, and they can make the right decision. If not, we hit them again.
What would happen if Iran
take them out for good?
Agreement.
Other presidents or other countries should have been able.
If they're that bad of people, like everybody said,
they don't
deserve
if they
to
had
be
a
free.
nuclear weapon,
They don't deserve.
This whole world would be a different place.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they done?
If they were not here, this whole world would be. If they're that big of a threat to this world, why does the rest of the leaders in this world, other country leaders and all that, why do they even allow them to be there? Oh, they got the right to live. Do they really? Honestly, I'm asking a question. Do they really? Because if they're that big of a threat, do they really have that right to live? I mean, Michigan just put in a guy that said, we deserved 9/11. How ignorant has this country people come? How ignorant have some of these people come in this country to believe that shit, to vote in somebody like that we deserve dying. All those innocent people in those buildings, they deserve to die and jump out of skyscraping buildings and fall to their death. They deserve that. How do you vote somebody in like that? Because they offer you free food stamps and welfare? And then their beliefs is they don't believe you should own a home, own property or anything. Why do they believe that? So they can come and take what they want when they want. and you have no say.
If they back out again,
But you put them right in there.
You know,
what the hell's wrong with you people? What the
I have
hell
no
is
choice. They
wrong with
can't
you
have a nuclear
people?
weapons, very simply.
The focus remains on the Strait of Hormuz, a critical
I don't get it.
international
I
waterway
really
that handles
don't.
roughly 20%
I
of the
don't
world's
get
oil and
people's
LNG
mindset.
trade.
Yeah, I guess we're
Senators
not
released a
meant
statement
to
saying the southern route
know
through
everybody's
the Strait of
mindset.
Hormuz remains free and open for all commercial vessels seeking to transit the international waterway. The statement goes on to say, over the past 3 months, U.S.
I mean,
forces
come
have assisted more
on.
than 1,000 vessels in successfully transiting the strait despite unwarranted Iranian aggression. And these
I never
transits
said I
continue
trusted
today.
Trump.
Right now, talks are ongoing.
I never
between
said I
Iran
voted for
and
Trump.
Oman
I didn't vote for
aimed at
anybody.
reaching an understanding on control of the strait. The issue remains a primary
This is where you guys
objective
go
for all
wrong.
parties,
You put
even as
things
the
in my
Iranians
mouth
make
because I'm showing you
conflicting public
content, so y'all get mad at me. Why?
They can never have
You get
nuclear
mad at me
weapons.
for what?
Hasn't
Showing you
been cleared by
content?
now. So the denuclearization
This
of
is your
Iran
TDS
is
kicking
the
in, your
ultimate
Trump
deal.
derangement
I
syndrome.
think the immediate deal, the
But
one
you
that
like
seem to
Trump.
focus on is the straits. The
I didn't
straits
vote
is-
for him.
You know, there are
I didn't vote
ships
for
moving through
anybody.
The straits. There's oil moving right now through the straits. So the straits are open. Nonetheless, I think that there's a conversation and negotiation that we are involved in between Oman.
But we're gonna get mad at the
and
YouTuber.
Iran on
Not the guy that
how
actually
more
making the
ships can be able to
decisions.
go through there safely in the short term.
It's funny.
We're also tracking reports
We don't
of
like
an attack
you
on a vessel
if
off
you
the
show
coast
content.
of Yemen, likely conducted by the Iran-backed Houthis.
Really, they're not a threat. Yeah. Look at that big football looking playing motherfucker. God damn, I'd hate to be that big. I bet he can't even wipe his ass.
Jim Crow segregation.
Oh my, no offense.
feel that.
There's no way I'd want to be that fucking muscled up, bro. Muscle don't float anyways. You asking dumb questions. Okay. Hillbillies are crazy. Yeah, I remember that. I get to see people have streams. I see these one people, they have a white man is so bad. They're evil. These are the bad people. They're the only ones that do these mass shootings and all this blah blah blah. And I always say, remember that. Always remember. You're putting us in that. So remember it. So when you go to fuck with us, remember what you said. We the bad people. Remember that. Remember it. It's coming out of your mouth, not mine. They do this. They're evil. They do this to people. They do this. Yes. Remember it. Just remember that. But I don't believe it's that way. I don't believe it's a black and white issue. I don't believe there's a black and white issue. I believe there's a American people and the government issue. I believe we've allowed too much government to do too much shit. And when they say the South will rise again, I believe that was meant for, and not black and white issues. I believe it was meant for the American people to actually stand up, and we're going to have to take on our government one day. I really do. I believe that it's going to get to that point where we're going to have to stand up. The American people are going to have to stand up and really do something.
I just want you to answer this question, yes or no.
God dang, that dude's neck look how big. I bet this motherfucker bench presses 500 pounds. I'd hate to be that big. Seriously, I'm 6'2", 230. I'm a big guy. That's too much muscle, man. That's too much.
Do you think that Karl Marx hurt the black community and his ideology hurt the black community more than Jim Crow segregation?
I have to think that through. Jim Crow segregation.
What is there to think about?
I feel that. I mean, I had to think it through, daggone it, and I come to the conclusion that it's Marxism by a long shot.
Yeah.
All right, Jim Crow has been since outlawed. Marxism, on the other hand, is still being taught and still negatively affects and hamstrings the black community to this daggone day. Now, let me put it like this. See, Jim Crow implemented all these external mechanisms to hamstring the black community and their actions, right? That was the whole point, which sure had absolutely negative psychological effects on the minds of some of the black people at that time. And I say some because, as you very well know, it wasn't a national thing. It wasn't a national policy or anything like that, right? But Yeah, absolutely. It was an outside in kind of treatment, right? It was a break the body and hopefully the mind will follow kind of treatment, right? But those with strong minds, as we very well know, cannot be easily broken. And the black people who were very much so built differently at that time, not like today where everyone's crying and whining about microaggressions, the black people at that time had strong enough minds to and learned to survive and thrive despite these racist laws, right? But Marxism, on the other hand, the whole point of Marxism is to attack the mind, okay? And as you very well know, if you control the mind, the body will follow, all right? So while Jim Crow attacked the body and put chains of black people's feet to slow them down, right? Marxism put chains in people's minds to convince them that you can't even walk in the first place, so why even try, all right? Of course, unless you give all the government the power and they'll carry you to utopia, see?
Yep.
And that's why it's way worse than Jim Crow, because the promotion of government dependence within the black community that was minimal during Jim Crow has skyrocketed.
I love it when a common sense black person actually tells the other black people, like, you know, dude, you're a Fruit Loop. You're a goofy. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's real. You're delusional. Because there's so many, like, even in the white community, it's in every community. Like white liberals, you guys are goofies.
Due to Marxism and its class
stand out and protest for something you don't even know what you're
rates and family formation.
I don't know.
On the decline due to Marxism and its feminist theories, right? The rebellion against authority figures, the murders, the riots, the incarceration.
That's ridiculous. Americans don't realize what.
None that's actually from Africa. If you do the research, I believe it was only maybe 388,000 to 450,000 Africans that actually made it out of the 10 million that were stolen.
Stolen? Really? Y'all's people sold you, hunted you down and sold you. Nobody stole you. That's the issue everybody had. We were stolen. We were kings and queens. Really? Then why is there mud huts still to this day and there's not a beautiful utopia country built? If you guys, we didn't steal anybody. Nobody, and the white people were actually slaves first. If you actually look at true history, and I'm not getting into that topic. I'm not debating anybody on that shit. I just know that y'all's own people hunted you down, sold you because they wanted something else. This is the guy that was armed and went to Trump's golf course in California, scoping it out, taking pictures, waiting for Trump to be there.
Just 2 days before the president's
another threat. I'm telling you, man, this guy, these people ain't gonna stop. That's why I said Trump's going to have 100% security around him 24/7, even when he gets out of office. It's
and videos, and after searching his pockets, found a loaded magazine with
of course they did,
bullets.
Because he was there for a reason.
Searched his vehicle, which was parked in the golf course parking lot, and recovered a loaded pistol and another loaded magazine.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Also later searched his home.
That's a nice, beautiful.
Legally
look at that.
AR-style rifle, along with a .45 caliber pistol, body armor, high-capacity.
Oh, we better put more laws on the book.
Concerning statements. He's now facing 4 state charges and a federal charge of possession of an unregistered rifle. The Los Angeles Sheriff's Department has not mentioned any direct threat to the president, who safely hosted an RNC fundraising event last night at the golf club and reacted to the arrest on Fox News at night. Listen.
There was a threat. There was a man who was arrested, seemed to be heavily armed near the property here on Sunday. It's an ongoing concern, sir. Talk about that for briefly if we can.
Well, the only thing I get a little solace from is they say only consequential presidents. And I am definitely consequential.
Yeah, he's very consequential. He's very, we're incredibly grateful.
And the FBI for their quote, swift response, a dedication to keeping everyone safe.
I mean, they're going to keep on, man. They're just going to keep doing it. They're going to keep targeting this man. Why? Because the damn media, the fake news media, please not guilty, hold on $250,000 bail. And here's the thing. These people ain't going to quit. It's going to
beat Mike Rogers and their money. I want you to remind them that if we come through this.
So he won, and then we got.
We have a president who looked at the situation and he said, you're going to have very fast planes in Macomb. Now, you know what he did? In the very first 100 days, the president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump, delivered F-15EX to Selfridge Air National Guard Base.
This guy's running for governor of Michigan.
The
Trump
president
endorsed
has
him.
always been looking out for Michigan jobs. The status quo doesn't work for Michigan. President Trump is pushing back. And as a result, President Trump
Oh, white people are against black people. Look how many white people are there for this black man to be governor of Michigan. Look at the back. Look in the crowd. There's one black guy. There's two. I see 2 or 3. There's looks like a Latino back there too. Look at the white people standing up for a black man. But the black man's held down by white people. Make that make sense. Look at the people on stage, white as snow. But they're against the black man. Really? Goofy.
California EV mandates, and as a result, our jobs are coming back to
That's so funny. The white man's holding us down. Wait a minute. There's more white people. Look, in the front row with the Hulk Hogan wig on there with the bandana. Wait, there's more white people standing up for a black man, but they're holding us down.
The president is the best deal maker the planet has ever known. President
Yes,
Donald
he
Trump
is.
has got $19 trillion of investment back in the United States of America. But
19 trillion
a lot of that
investment coming back into America.
We're going to make sure that we have an environment where we can bring that investment back to the state of
Well,
Michigan.
first of all, you got to get rid of your wokey cokies out there. Get rid of the trash.
To create jobs right here for the best auto workers.
Yeah, well, I wish Michigan would go back to like it used to be. Man, they used to be the automobile capital.
The Democratic primary for Senate.
Man, they were good.
To call. Far left.
There was some badass cars and shit came out of there.
Haley Stevens.
Okay, this guy is this dude is some kind of influencer. They said that it was by his side. That's been by his side the whole time.
I'm not here to disavow.
America deserved 9/11, dude.
See,
I'm
these
saying
people
it.
sit screaming.
I took a terrorism class.
I took a terrorism class. Did you hear her? She said she took a terrorism class. What kind of shit are these people, y'all? This is what I'm saying. This is the people you guys are voting in. Remember that. These are the people you want. Look at her. Look at this one. She's the one that gets up there and hoots and hollers and
the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
I'm not here to disavow people's views.
You know, I am in support of abolishing ICE.
Because we're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the
Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist blood.
Look at them.
The people who listen to
These are the people you're voting in. These
These
are the people.
into our politics.
Defund the police. Release all the prisoners out of prisons. They don't want. They'll be safe.
I'm not here to
They just don't want you
disavow
safe.
America
Trust me,
deserves-
You're not going to be safe. You know. That's the people right there you want. What? Keep Michigan clean. Like Mike Rogers. Well, first of all, you got to stop taking the trash from Canada too. So, I mean, you know, I always say you pay, you play. You know, you get what you make your bed and you lie in
on
it.
their own, and we'll help you, or we'll arrest you and send you back. Either way.
Yeah, here, go home on your own.
Right now, we are giving them an opportunity to either leave on their own, and we'll help you, or we'll arrest you and send you back. Either way, you don't have status inside this country anymore. That has been litigated. The courts spoke very clearly. We knew that we were going to win this
The
because
court's
Guinness named
spoken,
itself
so it
as
ain't just
temporary
like one
protected
man like y'all think. Oh, Donald Trump said they have to all go back, so they all have to go back. They're doing this, they're doing that. No, the courts, the judges, the Supreme, all these said this is what has to be done. The courts have spoken.
status. The president has the right to start it. He also
Yes.
has a right to end it.
Exactly.
The president ended it, which was the right
Yep.
call. So these individuals can either self-deport or we will arrest you and send you back. It's that simple.
Exactly.
We're going after them
It's
right now.
how hard is it? Look at this. They wonder why their community's messed up because they're out here in public doing something that Rihanna is twerking on some Rocky at a Barbados club. So look at her. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're looking at
Because
Che
you teach your
Guevara.
children to get out there and
This is literally a communist
I'm not saying all do.
takeover of the Democrat
I'm
Party.
saying those we know
words,
those
that
inner city
sounds
communities, those
extreme,
ghetto people, you
That
know
is
what they
how
do.
they describe themselves, that they want to tear up the Constitution,
Yeah, they do.
They want to abolish
They said
the United States
They
Senate.
said
I'm not
it.
sure
They do
why
not
he's
want our
running for Senate, given
constitution.
that he
They
wants
want
to
it.
abolish
They want it gone.
We're
They
looking
want it
at
gone,
Mao.
guys.
We're looking.
Rest in peace. Cherie's political career. He will be mad. Yeah, well, this dude. What? Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, this Prez Hilton dude. I'm not playing this because I follow Westcott America. He's a cool dude. Here's the thing: Prez Hilton did a live stream on TikTok and stuff, and I think X yesterday or last night tried to off himself on a live stream. Just it's crazy. Don't go look it up. If you search it, you'll find the video. Trust me, you don't want to see the video. Homeboy trying to off himself on a live stream.
For New Yorkers to be able to put food on the table.
Yeah.
How are you going to keep people from taking advantage of that, that deal, basically? And is there going to be a limit on the number of items that someone can take?
How are you going to keep people from going there and filling up their baskets full of eggs or fucking bananas or bread that you're going to say that's cheaper? How are you going to stop people from, you're going to put a limit on it? Really? That's not communist? Oh, you're only allowed 4 eggs a day, son. Didn't you know that? Oh, you're only allowed 1 loaf of bread, 1 gallon of milk. You can't come in here and buy 2 gallons for your kids. You can't come in here and buy, 8 bananas. You only get 4. These people will fall for anything. Free this. Then he hollered, free groceries, free food, free food. And then guess what? Now he's saying a 30% lower rate price than the regular price. So there's nothing free to start with. You people fell for the free shit, like always. And you voted him in. And now he's saying, it's going to be 30% cheaper. Oh, now guess what? You're going to be limited on what you can get for that price cheaper. Because not everything in the store is going to be 30% cheaper. Oh, guess what? Now you're going to be limited on how many items you can get. Oh, yes. It just keeps getting worse, people. You don't realize it, but it's true. This is how it works with commies.
That are discounted at that level from that essential basket.
So our RFP makes very clear that this is
a
program for New Yorkers to be able to put food on the table, not a program for people to be able to make a quick buck through reselling. I'm going to pass it over.
Yeah, they're going to buy and resell it for higher prices. You don't think that's going to happen? It's going to happen. People buy fucking anything out here and they resell everything for sale. You can buy. Oh, guess what, guys? We got the 127 yard sale running through 5 states, I think. Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, I believe, Michigan, all the way up to Michigan, I think. And that starts, they're setting up right now, I think, in Tennessee and other places. Kentucky, I think it starts next week. It's the largest yard sale in the world. The world's biggest yard sale or longest yard sale. It runs through like 5 states. I'm going to go look for some cool ass old school motorcycle parts and stuff like that. My daughter's going to go with me this weekend. We're going to look for some vintage leather clothing for jackets and stuff like that. We're going to look for some cool shit. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go look up the 127 yard sale. It runs through like 5 states, man. It'll be cool.
To our EDC head, G-Pack, to add some additional details.
Yes, if you look at our RFP for the operator, we are looking to make sure that we target New Yorkers, whether it be at sort of a library card-esque thing, and also we manage who's buying and that is focused on everyday New Yorkers. So we are mindful of that. And so we're going to make sure that we have all the things in place to ensure that that does not happen.
Library card-esque. I have a library card, and I actually had to use my ID to get the library card. That's not very inclusive, Mom Donnie. But think about that for a second. This is the same political movement that has spent years screaming that voter ID is racist. A poll tax, an attack on democracy.
Yeah.
The people who have attacked our party, wanting to ensure things that are only meant for Americans or only for Americans, are now saying ID is just common sense. Suddenly, we have to make sure people from New Jersey or Connecticut don't take advantage. They'll check your papers. to buy milk, but not to cast a ballot.
Exactly. It's crazy.
What's so scary about this, though,
I'm
is
speechless.
they'll be seen as a success in the short term, and people will celebrate it as a win for socialism.
This documentary made me question everything I've been told. Truth under fire.
People like Brandon Tatum. Okay.
Hang on, let's see.
Disrespectfully, there is a special place in hell for people like Brandon Tatum.
Really?
Okay.
Really?
I have never seen anyone constantly chucking and jiving for people who would never stand up and defend him, would never try to investigate.
But you guys are for everybody, right? Remember, you guys are equality, all that shit. But now you're condemning people. You're saying there's special places in hell for people. Boy, you guys are really
and mysteriously harmed, and yet he continues to find reason to come out against the Black community, for which he is a part of, and look for justification.
I don't think he is.
A Black
I think
person might have received.
Isn't his wife white? I don't think he's part of the Black community. I think he actually lives better than most Black communities. Is he part of the Black community, really? I mean, he's not ghetto. Here's what I don't understand. These Democrats are so, God, they cannot stand a conservative Black person. They call them coons. They call them, bootlickers. They call them everything in the world. But they won't sit and listen to they won't listen to them. They won't listen to the facts. Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. And people like this lady is so mush-brained with the Democrat white man telling her what to do and how to do it, that they believe it so much that they hate their own people. I mean, just listen to what she said. There's a special place in hell for this guy. That is sickening. I would never say that to anybody or about anybody, because I have no issues with anybody. I don't let people affect me. When I get off here and I hit end stream, I do my real life shit. I don't think about this dumb shit people on the internet. I have a real life. So your words are feeble as an old lady.
Harm. You know how wild that is? That a mother is grieving. Nolan Wells' mother is grieving right now because she does not have answers about what happened to her child.
And I get that. But how many other people's mothers are grieving?
That is wrong about the Black community, so he can look like one of the good ones. That he can be invited into the master's house and give him preferential treatment.
See, they always go to racist.
I'm sorry to tell you that.
Why do the Black people always go straight to racism? To the master of the house. This is sickening. This is what irritates me, because they go straight to racism, even towards their own people. And they say, Black people can't be racist. Black people can't be racist. Bullshit. I've had Black people tell me Black people are more racist than white people.
That won't happen. You're not one of the special ones. They're not.
Let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade.
Exactly.
She's mad because Brandon Tatum is a Black man.
Yep.
That is seeking truth.
Yep.
And not jumping straight to racism.
See?
And she feels
I knew it.
That because Brandon Tatum is a Black man, truth should be irrelevant. We shouldn't be trying to get down to the facts as to what actually happened in Nolan. No. The white kids must be guilty. That's where she's going with this.
Well, they always go to that.
You really want things to be black and white. Brandon is seeking facts over fiction. And you and others like you who have made similar videos have tried to convict these kids before any facts or any evidence. And that's a problem.
Yeah, because that's all they want to do. These liberals.
Guys, tell me why.
UK park in 2026. This is just, look here. Average park.
Tell me why. There's people on the swings.
Overrun. Nastiness. Coming to America. Already here.
I go on the swings because I'm so
Look at 'em.
bored. Guys, tell me why. I'm trying to go.
Look at them hanging out back there in the background. Overflowed. Nastiness.
But the park is full.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you get. when you allow people.
And then we can go on about our business.
This dude's a funny motherfucker. I don't know. I don't care
we
if
need
you
to
like
get
him
our
or not.
business done.
Yeah, we need to get
And
our
then we
business
can go
done.
on about our business. I'm not saying that people go home in August and just lie around the pool. I know that. I don't. You don't. We go back. We meet with constituents. Some people are running.
Really? Get that fucking shit out of your mouth and speak, buddy. This is my problem. Even though he's a Republican and all that, blah, 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 whatever. I think he's good for what he's done in his life for his community, his state. But you're too old. Get out of there. I believe in term limits. I believe you fuckers shouldn't be in there for 30 years, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care if you're left, blue, middle, whatever. Democrat, Republican, I don't give a shit. You shouldn't be in there for 30 fucking years or 20 years. You shouldn't. Look how old these. I can't even hardly understand half the words he's saying anymore.
Re-election.
I mean, listen to him. He sounds like he's.
I don't. You don't. We go back. We meet with constituents. Some people are running for re-election.
Get the shit out of your mouth.
I'm planning on being in all the battleground states, and I'm anxious to get there to help my colleagues. But we got to stay here and get our business done.
Get that dip out of your mouth.
And
I bet he's got chewing tobacco or something in his mouth.
That's it.
Them old timers like my grandpa, they chew tobacco their whole life. And they got to the point where if they were talking and they couldn't spit, they'd swallow it. It didn't affect them. They didn't give a shit. They'd swallow it.
I can show myself out.
I know he's from Louisiana. I know he's got that accent, but he's old.
But I doubt it. We need to get our business
He honestly sounds like he's got something in his mouth.
The word immunized instead of vaccinated. That shows his lack of understanding of the whole science of immunology.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He doesn't get it. His lack of responsibility, for his friends,
Aaron
family,
Rodgers.
team, staff, and fans that he lied to and exposed to COVID-19. It shows a lack of moral character that can't be ignored.
How do you
Like I said
expose
before, his ignorance
COVID-19
regarding
to
the
somebody
science
if
of
they're
immunology
vaccinated with 10
brings
boosters?
back like old stereotypes, like the big dumb athlete
Here
who
we
doesn't
go.
understand what's going on in medicine. I think he's done a great job of bringing that stereotype back to people's minds.
Yeah, we all seen this. I posted this yesterday. The Democrat candidate knocked out after allegedly threatening the Maui beachgoers in Hawaii. The Hawaiian Democrat candidate. Watch. He was going to throw a chair and hit that dude. Homeboy knocked him out. He said, "You ain't doing that shit here, buddy." He even woke him up. He rubbed his chest and woke him up. Said, "Yeah, I told you, you're not going to do that." Watch him in front of his kids, his daughters. He's sitting there screaming, cussing. Now this is a Democrat. Yeah, this is a Democrat candidate for Hawaii. Yes, look at the damn tattoo. They're not. Look at him. And they call us racist. Ha!
What are you gonna do?
Watch. He's fixing to show you, buddy.
I didn't put him in the ground.
He's fixing to show you what he's going to do.
I can't. All right.
Oh, you're gonna hit women now.
He's like, let's go. Come on. He's fixing to. Dude, this is what you guys want? Somebody in Speedos representing you in Hawaii? Some Democrat in Speedos?
All right, good. It's over. It's over.
No, it ain't, because you're a child.
I'm a child. I'm 40 years old.
Yeah, you're a child. You're going to get in a female's face like that, bro? You're going to get in a female, threaten a female in her face like that? And that's a Democrat for you. Go figure. Yeah, buddy, you're being recorded. This dude comes out of nowhere and says, "Look here, buddy, you ain't doing that shit." Yeah, there you go. Look, bam, bam. Oh, that was twice. So homeboy was like, "Look here, man. Look, let's do it slow motion." He come up and said, "Hey, you ain't pulling that shit over here, bro. You stay over here. You ain't going around her no more." He pushes him first. Hit. Yeah. Big old boy. He said, "Come on, get up. Swing the chair."
Chair throw.
Knockout. Woo! One on the jaw. sleeping. Now, he did have enough respect to wake him up and say, hey, make sure he was okay. She's laughing. That was such a great laugh. She was like, ha, ha. That was so funny. She was like, ah, ha. Listen to her. Ah. And then, of course, I can't play it because it's got music at the bend. He's like, come on, buddy, wake up. Yeah. He's like, I told you, watch your fucking mouth. You ain't going to do that in front of women and these kids. I'm the same way. I'm that guy there. I'm the guy that stands up. I'm a Daniel Penny. I will step in if somebody needs something. I can't stand by and watch some shit go down. I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have stood there while he ran up on that female and cussing her and shit. There's no way. I'd have socked and rocked him too. I sure would have.
Man, is that popular?
Mike Johnson, what are you saying?
People are ready in every high school in America. We need the skilled workers. Man, is that popular across the state? People are ready.
Yes, we need the traditional, the auto mechanics. We need all those programs back in every school. And what's sad is they're not. Now, the school my daughter goes to, the high school, the one I went to for a little while, they have those trades. They have the GBT, General Building Trade. We have FFA, Future Farmers of America. We have the small engines. We have the small appliances. We have the auto mechanics. We have the welding. We have those programs still. And it's a state-funded school. So you can't tell me that they can't put those programs back in the state funds, in the state schools. You can put those programs back in the state-funded schools. Trust me, where I live, there's no property tax, sales tax. So we know the state can still fund those programs or whatever. These trade schools need to be in the high schools. Our elementary kids start learning how to garden. They have greenhouses out next to in their big field playground area. They have greenhouses set up. Why? Because when the kids get to a certain grade, they start teaching them how to cultivate and grow their own food. Every kid should know how to do this stuff.
Or a change in Michigan, and that's what people have to understand. Democrats have been in charge here.
Make sure y'all go follow me over on X as well. It's under the name, same name.
State Senate, and only thing has happened.
Same name as this one, Brandon Ray, without the underscore. Go look it up. Follow me on X. Go follow me on Rumble. I'm over there. Same name. Go look me up. I'm on all the programs, platforms.
They have tears in their eyes when they're talking about their
Facebook,
kids and their
Instagram, all that stuff.
leaving this state because there is
Go follow me on all those
opportunity,
programs,
in
platforms.
every high school in America. We need the skilled workers.
We do.
Is that
We got to put out some more electricians, plumbers, all that stuff. This guy here is the one that tried to off himself on a live stream
Just
last night.
grateful for ya.
This
And
guy,
I'm so grateful
Perez
for what
Hilton.
I read in the Bible today.
He's got
Hello,
some real
my friend. It is Perez, the queen of
This guy's got some real issues going on, man.
all media, the original influencer believer.
Yeah.
And in Exodus chapter 36, work is being done to the ark by Bezalel
Why did you try to
and
off yourself?
Aloyab. And I'm doing something different today.
Why did you try to
Instead of
unlive yourself
reading
on live
verses,
last night?
I'm
Why did you try to
do,
unlive yourself
hopefully
last
you do
night, bro?
too, like the Rihanna song. But
Homeboy tried
the
to take
Bible
his
said
own
it
life
first.
on a live stream last night, man.
My political party. We're a big tent. He wants people in the party. Well, I mean, right at the end, he ultimately said, yes, I want people like Hassan Piker in my political party. We're a big tent. He wants people in the party that say America deserves 9/11.
Bernie Sanders he never could make it.
Are out there idealizing
What he wanted to do?
Chairman Mao.
Why not
and
back
the like.
people
I
that,
mean,
you know?
this is not something I would be embracing if I were trying to build a political party that could appeal to, mainstream Americans. I think they're going to deeply regret these associations.
Yeah, they will.
And this continued demonization
eventually
of AIPAC. AIPAC is Jewish Americans who are choosing to participate in politics. And let's be honest, they're just using it as a euphemism to say the Jews. I mean, that's what they're doing. And I think
Senator
it's
Sanders is Jewish.
okay.
So.
That doesn't absolve him of demonizing other Americans who simply want to participate in American politics. Well,
exactly.
It's right here, Woods.
Imagine being married to her is what it's saying.
Are you guys in a break?
Oh, it's a radio flash.
Are you guys on duty?
Yep, sure are.
Name and batch number.
Yeah, 45741.
Name and batch number.
It's right here, Woods.
Batch number.
Let me look. 261.
He didn't even know his own badge
Name
number.
and batch number.
Romago 45439.
Name and batch number.
Rono 460.
Hey, don't run. Give me your batch number.
45351.
He didn't have a problem getting it to you. He's busy.
Name and batch number.
Yeah, get out of their fucking way, lady.
Freedom of movement. There is no.
He's impeding her freedom of movement.
Vehicle has no driver. Therefore, it will not count as impeding. I'm not.
Now I can see if she's out there, you know, practicing her first. I get she's practicing her First Amendment,
What are you gonna do?
but she's being a smart ass to the cops. She's in the middle of the street. You know, this is not an auditor. She's not an auditor. I guarantee you, she's someone against the police and against ICE. So she's doing this just to get a video to try to. She's pushing against this shit. I'm not saying she don't have the right to be out there, but she's in the middle of the road. If they really wanted to, they could give her a ticket for jaywalking because she was supposed to walk in the line. Anytime there's and here's the truth, anytime there's a red lights with the line crossing, the white lines there, or the crossing areas, you have, you know, if you don't cross in those areas, you can get a ticket for jaywalking. That's just the truth. That's the God's honest truth. So it is what it is. You know, a lot of people try to throw that shit up there. I believe in the First Amendment. I'm strong for it. All 5 pillars of the First Amendment. Can you name them? Why, yes. Free speech, free press. That's the main. That's the really, real big one. Free press, free speech, free religion, the right to agree with governments, and the right to assemble. There's 5 pillars in the First Amendment, guys. Remember that. So, because a lot of these auditors, they like to push back. This lady's not an auditor. She's just out there. She's against the police. She just wants to cause havoc. In Mexican American and Chicago slang, a torito is I can't even pronounce, often terms used to describe a plus size, short, or heavy set Latino woman. Yes, the tortas. The slang expressions draw a round shape. Oh, God, I ain't going to read the rest of that. What a moron, he said. Blah, 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 blah. We know what those people do to you in the light. Let's see what we're looking for. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe over there on Rumble as well. We are live over there today, too. Let's see. That one thing I was looking for earlier, we did find it. I don't know if I want to show it, though. It's got music. I don't want to get hit. Copyrighted. Everybody wants to copyright you. Everybody's so sensitive about their music being played. It's like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Like, you can't even do a stream anymore. It's so silly. Like, it is. It's so silly. Let's see here. Let's go to TikTok. Let's see what's going on TikTok. We got some new videos out of Sturgis motorcycle rally yet? Does anybody know if anybody's got any new riding rally moto? Sturgis Rally 2026. Who is going? Who is going? Who is going? Let's see. Let's see if anybody's put anything out yet. I know there's some other videos. So much music. So much music. People getting ready for the Sturgis Rally 2026. Beautiful country. Thanks for sharing. Oh, he got his blue jeans on. He's wrapped up over his. Yeah. We had to put a little, we had to show a little bit of this. You guys know I'm a motorcycle guy. This guy's going now. Are you just making a video or are you really going to Sturgis, bro? Or are you just out there for the views, clicks? Yep. Best place to change is in a truck stop bathroom. Get you. Be careful out there, bud. Yep, he's in Deadwood. Yeah, he's in Deadwood. So, yeah, there he is in Deadwood. Let's see if he's where he's at here. You get caught speeding out there, you're in trouble. Because I tell you one thing, man, these people, the police, the speed limits are nice and fast, but Sturgis Motorcycle Rally comes around, shit, they lower the damn speed limits in places and everything. Yes, August the 3rd, 2026, Deadwood, South Dakota. There we go. There's some favorite bartenders. Yep. This guy, who is this guy? Mark Houston. And so it begins. Go downtown Sturgis. Let's see. You're in a car, dude. Why are you in a car? It's a motorcycle rally, bro. What's up, bro? Yes.
Back and forth. Covers this because this is kind of the backstage part if you do every once in a while.
They may own the bar or whatever.
And pretty soon.
So let's see here. Let's see where he's at. Let's see where we're at. Boy, girl, come here, girl. Don't you know what we say? Yeah, there's what's her name. She's been out traveling now to Daytona, a bunch of places now. Highway Vixen, yeah, she's been out doing a lot more traveling, and there's the dead crew. Let's see, we got yeah. So, anyways, let's go back to this one over here because this is a ridiculous thing. If I could share the YouTube stuff, I know other people's content though. They like to monetize their. So I can't share a lot of the motorcycle, like their YouTube videos, but I know there's a lot of people that's headed out there and going out there and doing all that. So anyways, so we're going to stop that. Stop sharing that. Let's see. Let's see what we're doing. We're going to hang out for a few minutes. We got 3 hours and 27 minutes. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get us a avatar. Let's see. What avatar do I want? Let's rock and roll. So what we're going to do is if somebody has content that they're willing to share on the motorcycle rally, excuse me, Sturgis starts. It's already pre-rally. Let's just go over here. We'll look up Mixie Phil's a friend of mine. He's a vendor. He travels to all the motorcycle rallies. He will be more than likely. He will be. He goes live all the time. Oh, my buddy Grid One's live. See what he's getting into today. I think he's going live at noon. He's got a 30-minute intro though. Well, ridiculous in my book. Cut down your intro, bro. Let's see. Mexifield Travels. Let's see. Where's Mexifield Travels at? Mexifield Travels. Let's see. Look at my subscriber count. Where is he at? There he is. Okay. He is not live right now. He goes live every day, but he's not live today yet. No, he was live yesterday. Okay. He doesn't care if I reshare his lives. I mean, he's monet. I think he's monetized. He's got 31,500 something subscribers. Don't say join. I don't think he does memberships because he doesn't make a living out of this. He doesn't depend on YouTube. He just him and his wife, they sell and make headbands and sell headbands and travel to all the rallies and stuff. So he's not live yet today. I ain't seen him. An unreasonable man, the day shift, he says, Trump voter fraud claims. Huh, really? So we have some Trump voter claims, fraud claims. Trump, yes. A lot of people are doing that story on primary results, yep, from around the country. Tennessee primary day tomorrow. Huh. Tennessee's got one. Wonder who's, excuse me. Is that the one where Marsha Blackburn was going in? Is that the one that lady Marsha Blackburn was fighting? Huh. She's trying to be, what is she trying to do? Be governor or governor, I think. Something like that. Huh. What are you doing? Hmm. There's some people there. This guy's live. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really know him. I know him, but I don't know him. Who the fuck names their channel that? So maybe he ended it. I don't know. No, I don't think he did. I think he's just getting ready to do it. Dude, your intro's like an hour long. It's ridiculous. And these retards over here, they're live. They're always talking about, has the word racism lost its power, or is it quite racism for the real problem? Fucking people complaining on the fucking internet all the time. They get on YouTube and they, words hurt me. Words hurt me. They're so ridiculous. Some of these people are just really ridiculous. I swear, man. Like, grow the fuck up. I know some people do it for content, for views, and they do this clickbait bullshit titles and stuff. Bro, some of these people, it really gets into their feelings, though, man. Like, some of these people really take it to heart with words. Like, words, you know, what's that old saying? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. Didn't your parents teach you that growing up? Words. I mean, this dude right here has got to have a big channel. He's got over 6,000 watching. That's cool. So he must talk a lot of political bullshit too. Anyway, I don't know why it wants to suggest this sports shit. I can't stand sports like live stream on this ESPN Buffalo Chip South camera. Huh. So there's some views. But it ain't showing nothing but the field of campers. That's what's crazy. It ain't doing anything. It's just showing the live streaming. Oh, yeah, here's some from downtown Sturgis. 25,000. You drive tech live streaming. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm sure they would copyright you probably. Sturgis 86. Yep, the 86. This is downtown Sturgis, guys. what's the channel about? My channel, anything and everything. I do a lot of stuff. I bring a lot of stuff to the to my channel. I had another channel, a bigger channel. I got my first channel took down in 2020. It had like 70,000 subscribers. I was huge back then. And then I got canceled by YouTube. And then I had to build a couple more channels. And then I got hacked. And then that channel got took. YouTube has it. It was my motorcycle channel where I travel and film my rides and my rallies and all that stuff. And then I started bringing in my life, period. It was called Ray's Moto Life. And, you know, I had a lot of, then I started bringing in my reviews. I review hot topics, politics, news, you know, culture, just different things. I review a lot of stuff on my streams. I post a lot of shorts that are funny and just review shorts and you know, stuff like that. So I haven't produced a lot of videos on this channel yet because I've just had it for a couple months. I mean, I've had it since 2022, but this was my backup channel. So when they took my my motorcycle channel, my other one, you know, I had this backup channel. So I started building this in September, October, somewhere in that area. Started posting on here. So I've been trying to grow this back and getting my people that follow me from over there in different places over to this new channel. I just do a lot of different things, man. 1 minute I might show some motorcycle cool shit. Next minute we'd be talking about some, you know, hot topic shit going on. You know, just whatever I feel in the mood for, I guess. I mean, truthfully, just whatever. I like to do all kinds of content. And people judge and get mad. You're this and that. You're this. You know how it is. People do that all the time. It's like, dude, I'm just sharing content, man. I'm just bringing topics out and talking about topics and things like that and my opinions. And I share, you know, I'll film, I create content as well, you know. And then you get mad at me because I'm a streamer. I'm a content creator. So it's funny to me how people can get upset with somebody that's doing YouTube that has nothing to do with them. You know, I create content of me riding my motorcycle to a rally and showing the rally, and people get mad. And I'm like, wait, and why wasn't you there then? Why didn't you go have your fun? I went and had fun. I filmed it, but why wasn't you there having your fun? You criticize me for doing something. It's so funny. People are so stressed out. There's so many issues in people these days. But yeah, I mean, I like my streams usually just like every once in a while I'll do a chill stream and hang out, you know, and just hang out and have a good laugh, funny stuff, have a couple of people on the panel, whatever it may be. And then, you know, there's times I like most of my streams. And like I said, my shorts are more political aimed, funny, political stuff, political reviews. It's just a variety of what I like to do, basically. If you follow and subscribe, you'll see and go check it out. You're more than welcome to. And that goes for anyone and everyone. I'm on Rumble, Kick, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, all those. Just go look up my name. It's on here, my channel. It's in my description. Everybody can go look at it, go look it up. You can find me. Pretty easy to find me. Like I said, right there, pretty easy. There's just a few of my platforms there with my name where I'm at. So no big deal. No harm, no foul. So like I said, it's pretty easy. I'm pretty easy to find. Not hiding from nobody. Could care less about what somebody says. Anyways, yeah. That's what I be about. It's called YouTube. It's about me. No, I like to share content and show people things. And if I take an adventure on a road trip, I like to share it. If I go somewhere, you know, I think it's exciting and I want to film it, I like to share it. But we're rounding down to 4 hours almost, guys. We've been going 3 hours and 37 minutes. We've only got 2 donos. That's okay. I love doing this stuff for you. The donations help. Like I said, the goal was $1,000. Not like just today, but the goal was $1,000. I got to get a transmission rebuilt. And, you know, it is what it is. I'll get there. I want to thank everybody for coming out. hanging out with me for the time you did. Let's go over here and see what this man's talking about. Talking about clean voter rolls with Trump. Okay, so since we're over here and we're going to do this, and we've been going 3 hours, don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, comment, everybody. We are out of here. So, Hipster Nation, stay in your lane or crash the damn thing, like always.